recap, just because we got a late start. So, last session, Urard had a vision where he was visited by Calyrex. He was told the tragedy of the Dark Pegasus of Lies. He was warned about the power of the Shadow Weave. He was shown that Townmaster Nerith had a creature known as a Moon Doppler. He was shown that Arl has Calyrex's horse Puka. And he was also given an orb that will allow him to swap out companions. Lastly, he was given a map to some unknown location where upon the full moon, there would be somebody awaiting him. When Urard awoke, he regrouped with the others and inquired about what happened. Ravenchuck gave Urard the crate that Copper gave him. It contained Urard's clockwork buddy Albot, as well as provisions for Macradius. After Urard got his companion up and running, the group discussed the inn. During this time, Nimsy Huddle explained that Torgs would be visiting the town that day and that it was a special day since they don't visit often or at all regularly. Wu tried telling Nimsy that Torgs was traveling with a murderer, but she wasn't sure what to believe. Wu was able to tell that she was hiding something, and Nimsy explained that Torga had sent a letter a few days ago saying she would be visiting and requested some extra provisions in order for her to head up north. After this, the group was given the keys to the Ramshackle and decided to go check it out before going and confronting Torga. Oh, shit. That's just my page. There we go. When the group had arrived at the inn, they saw a set of tracks branching off from the main walkway and decided to investigate it with Urard and Smith. During this, Wu and Ravenchuck went into the inn to check the place out, mostly finding dirt and debris, but also giant icy spiderwebs. While investigating the footprints, the group found a man, Ogden Ridley, using the inn's outhouse. He introduced himself as a hunter for Lonelywood and apologized for trespassing. Eventually, the group found the footprints went into the basement hatch on the back side of the building that led to a set of dilapidated stairs. Smith attempted to head down them, but ended up falling through the stairs. Groff then went about securing a rope to a nearby tree to use to descend into the basement. During this, Wu and Ravenchuck continued exploring the main floor, eventually finding the stairs that lead upstairs and down to the basement. Being that they heard the commotion from the hatch, they decided to head downstairs to see what happened. Once in the basement, Urard used Misty Step to get past the locked iron gate. Groff also noted a dwarven rune set into the back wall where the steps were that denoted treasure. Ravenchuck tried picking the lock to the iron gate, then Groff tried kicking it down, then before Wu could unlock it with the keys he acquired, Smith charged the door, bending the metal and busting it open. Ravenchuck then mended the door back to shape. After this, the group began investigating the main room and the barrels to see if they could find any of the aforementioned treasure, but all that was found was frozen, moldy foods and dust. Eventually, Wu and Ravenchuck went to check out the other storage area and were attacked by ice spiders. Combat ensued. During the fight, the group fended off multiple ice spiders and their queen. Ravenchuck was downed by the queen and revived by Groff's walrus spirit. The group also encountered the man with icy blue eyes that was described by Hlyn all the way back in Session 1 at Bremen. During the fight, Wu and Smith faced off with this man, only to be juked by his Misty Step ability. After chasing him down, Smith was able to down Sefik with a mighty cleave of his sword. Unfortunately, Sefik rose to his feet moments later and Misty stepped out of the basement. Wu, very angry, went back to help the others with the spiders. After that, Smith gleaned information about why Sefik didn't die from his sword, from his sword's essence, and determined that Sefik embodies the same cold/necrotic energy as the sword, and that fire/radiant energy may be what stops him. With that, he pulled himself out of the basement and charged Sefik, slicing him in half with a radiant slash. By the time Smith returned to the others, the spiders were dead, the queen being blown apart by Wu's thunderous smite. After combat, the group licked their wounds, and Albot, Urard's new companion, went and retrieved a metallic object from the skeleton that hung from the queen's web. At this point, Wu began gathering up the spiders and consulting his field guide to see what he could do with them. With Groff and Smith helping him, Gerard and Ravenchuck ventured outside to investigate the body of the man with blue eyes, only to be spotted once again by Ogden Ridley. That is where we are going to pick up.
You forgot the best part. We ended with Ravenchuck going, "It's okay, I'm a doctor, I'm a doctor."
Yeah. With Ravenchuck simply shouting, "I'm a doctor, I'm a doctor." So that is where we are going to pick up, is you guys, is the two of you sitting there in front of this split in half body, and Ogden Ridley standing in front of you guys, like, with his eyes wide. So yeah, we'll just pick it up right there. He's like, "Oh my God, oh my God!"
It's okay, I'm a doctor.
What happened?
He died.
And he looks down at the body, and he's like, "Oh my God, this is the man that went in the basement this morning." Wait.
Yeah, there was some very large spiders in that basement we had to take care of. And
there was?
Yeah.
I knew it! Yeah!
Spiders must have did this.
Why didn't you tell us?
Well, I'm sorry, but I thought you was maybe working with him.
Oh.
No,
we weren't.
Yeah, no, I didn't know what to think of you. You guys came up on me and you had weapons and stuff. I thought maybe you was working with him. And, well, with everything that's been going on and me trying to figure out what's happening around here, I didn't know what to expect.
Well, he met with a horrible fate. That's the best I can say.
I see that. All right. Well, hey, so you killed the spider in there?
Yeah. Spiders are
We
gone.
killed all of them.
What? There was more than one?
There were quite a few.
There's like 8 and like a spider queen.
Ravenchuck almost got eaten.
Yeah, almost died.
Well, okay. I wasn't expecting
for
that.
your warning, by the way.
Well, again, okay, look, if you want, I can give you a hand getting this thing down there, and I gotta go get my stuff out of the John, and I'll explain everything. And you see Ogden, he walks up to the, he actually walks up to the porta potty to the left of where you guys confronted him. He walks inside and then a moment later comes back out, and you see that he has a bow in his hand, and he also has a handful of arrows that are wrapped together. You can see that the ends of the arrows are wrapped with a like a saturated rag. And he has a tinderbox, like a flint, in his hand.
Were you planning on doing some fireworks or something there?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was planning on killing that spider I saw.
You know
Burning down our hotel.
I mean, hey, I was just trying to kill that thing. I think that was the thing that killed my friend.
I mean, a lot of people say kill it with fire, so I guess your logic sounds...
Well, that's it, yeah. So do you guys take the body inside?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I just kind of want to get everyone back onto one map. So yeah, the rest of you that are down in here, you can hear the sound of people starting to make their way down into the basement. And from outside, or from out in that main door, you can see Gerard and Ravenchuck dragging down, each one dragging half of a body that belonged to the man. And then behind him, behind those two, you guys can see Ogden Ridley coming up. And as he gets down, he looks around and is just like, his eyes go wide. He goes, "Oh my God, there's so many. Well, I don't see the one that I saw though.
Was it by chance the queen?
And he like comes down here and he sees all of you, and you guys all see Ogden standing just outside the door. And he like peeks his head in. He goes, "Oh my God, there's no, not that big. No, the one I saw. It was the other day. I was out looking for my friend who's been missing for a couple days now, and I had my lantern and I was, looking around this area, and I saw this like white spider with this blue streak up it, and it scared the hell out of me, and I threw my lantern at it as it came at me, and it caught fire. The whole thing cracked and shattered. And then I ran back to the inn to tell folk what I saw, and they said that I was just, 3 sheets to the wind and, was on too much sauce. But I decided I was gonna stake the place out. That's why I was over in the outhouse. I was planning on lighting up a few arrows to fight that thing, and I was getting ready to do that this morning, and then I saw this guy come up, and he points down to Cephic's body, and he said, and it surprised me at first. I mean, he looks like he's dressed for a holiday in Calamshan or somewhere south, not for what you'd be wearing up here in the in the north. So I thought something was up, and then not even 15-20 minutes later, here come, this whole group of folk, and he gestures to Groff and Smith and Gerard. He's like, scared the living hells out of me, so I was trying to be as quiet as possible, and I was wanting to put all my equipment over on the other side of the John, and that's whenever you heard me, and, well, like I said, I just didn't know if maybe I was just going to die there. I mean, hey, in the north, people die every day. But, hey, at least I was right, Well, and he kind of like, you see this like sad realization on his face. He goes, oh, well, then my friend Minx really is dead. Well, that's a shame. You see this, you just see this like, this like depression on his face for a half second.
Yeah,
Just the way he said that.
There was definitely.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss, but how big was this spider that you saw?
Well, it was about the size of a dog.
You're saying it wasn't any of these?
No, can't say it was. No, it was white. And it was white, and it had it was like a blue streak down its back.
Well, we haven't seen any of those yet.
Have we checked every place in here yet, though?
I don't know. This is the first time I've set foot in here. You guys were the ones upstairs.
Bullshit. You've been down here.
Is anybody else
I said-
having a seizure?
Yeah, his camera's just gone, deleted.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
What about my camera?
Your camera is just static.
Oh, it's gone.
There you are.
And it's gone.
Is that better?
Oh, yeah,
I
now it
don't
is.
see it all now.
Oh, I see it. So I see his face.
Oh. There he is. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta click on Discord in order to see faces.
Oh.
No, we had Discord clicked, but like your camera had a
I know.
seizure.
Yeah, it's either Lucas or Stacy's camera does it from time to time too.
Oh,
Probably mine. But
But-
yeah, so you see Ogden, he says, yeah, and you kind of like see him going through the spider bodies that Wu has kind of compiled into the one side where he was harvesting them.
Speaking of which, I got a question.
Yeah.
I have written down 5 web stacks, web
Yes.
spell, 10 will melt.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's
What does 10 will melt mean?
So what it is that's regarding the fact that these are based off of the giant spider web sacks. So what it is you can cast web one time before it runs dry, but because these are icy webs, it can be attacked and destroyed, and it has 5 hit points, but it has vulnerability to fire damage. So essentially, if it's hit it shouldn't be 5. It's a 10 AC is maybe what you're looking at. But essentially, if it's dealt 5 points of 5 points of damage, or if it's dealt 2 points of fire damage, then the webbing will just disappear.
Okay.
So, all right. So yeah, like I said, he's kind of looking at him and he goes, "No, yeah, it wasn't any of these. Is there more around here?" And you see that, like, as soon as he says that, he, like, grabs his bow and, like, tries to load an arrow. And Groff, you're just watching this man frantically, try and load an arrow. Something that's so just natural to you that it appears as if this is, like, the first time he's ever done it.
I want to walk up to him, and I just want to, like, grab him by the shoulders.
Oh!
Say, "Stop it." And then I, like, grab his bow arm out and, like, extend it and, like, help him not
Yeah.
it. You know,
Okay.
that's how you do it, lad.
He's, oh,
You're a
yeah.
hunter, and yet you didn't know how to do your bow.
Well, I never said I was a good hunter.
Okay, fair point.
So how do you mean to supply us with food if you're not a good hunter?
I mean, you just only
That's his
asked if I
problem.
had extra. Like I said, I mean, with everything that's been going on, we really haven't been able to do much hunting.
Well, maybe you can use that money I gave you for some extra training.
Maybe.
Hey, Groff, you want to teach somebody how to use a bow?
Hey, is there? I feel like I would. Is there anything like in my backpack to where I can take something and draw an X on the wall?
To draw an X on the wall? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I'm sure you do. Yeah. You have thieves' tools, so we can say that in there, you might have, something that you could mark on the wall, an X.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna mark like an X on the wall and tell him to shoot the center of it.
He knocks the arrow. He still has the arrow knocked, I should say. And we're gonna set this AC. We'll set the difficulty here to like maybe 15. Yeah, just like like he basically, like, the arrow is like falling out as he's going to take the shot.
Gruff, would you mind showing him how it's done?
I attack the X.
Okay. Yeah,
I hit the X.
dead on, like, you take like a notch out of the wall. The arrow just like plants into it.
And that's not all. Watch this.
Oh
And
no.
I
Shoots 3
close-
arrows all at once.
I close my eyes and shoot another arrow at the X.
Or I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah,
Sorry.
this one hits just off one of the barrels.
It's close. It was close. That's what they get for showing off.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm I never said I was a good hunter. I'm still trying to figure myself out. I was mostly
lad.
doing
lad.
some logging. Yeah.
Do you have an apple?
Not with me. I'm more of an android man.
Is there any fruit or anything nearby?
We'll say that there's maybe like a moldy piece of cheese.
I take that moldy piece of cheese and I tell him to stand still.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Put it on his head,
Okay. Okay.
and I shoot it.
Please be my guest. This commoner has an AC of 10.
I rolled a 13 to hit the cheese.
Okay, you hit the cheese without hitting him.
Barely.
Cheese
Yeah.
takes 6 damage.
It skims his head. You can see that he was very hesitant to do this, and your speed and grace was far quicker as he takes this piece of cheese and he's like, hold it above my head. What? And then just boom. And it just launches out between his fingers and sticks up against the one wall. Oh God, stop. Sorry. Look,
Grab
I
the
never
cheese
said
and
I was.
We're doing it again.
No, please.
We're doing it again.
No, please. Look, I'm sorry. Look, I'm not trying to get involved with this. I was just trying to come. I thought there was only the one. I figured if I
gonna
was.
hit the cheese or I'm gonna hit your head. You pick.
He ducks to the floor immediately, just like cowering. Now you have
in
disadvantage to shoot at him because
Poor
he's
idiot.
prone.
All right. 20.
Oh God.
I don't actually want to shoot him. I don't
Okay.
actually want to shoot him.
I was wondering what the fuck you were rolling for. So yeah, he's just like, look, I'm just sorry. I was just checking on this place because my friend my friend, you know, I was afraid what happened to him, and well, now I know, and I mean that spider's still somewhere, and I saw that thing coming around here, so I thought maybe you'd be in here.
We haven't seen a white and blue one. It was white and blue.
Yes.
We haven't seen a white and blue one yet. But hey, you're familiar with this place then, right?
And he like gestures to the to the ramshackle itself, and he says, "You mean the building?"
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I helped bring in the logs and stuff.
We found some runes down in the base. It was runes, right?
Yeah. It was runes that were underneath the staircase, like up on that back wall.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. We found some runes behind the staircase. Would you have any idea about that?
Rune? No. I'm not sure what you mean.
Any treasure or anything supposedly hidden down here?
Well, not that I can think of. I mean, and you see, you know, he takes a moment to think, and he says, "No, not that I can think. I mean, the last owner of the place, de Groats, I mean, he, well, fortunately, you know, he died about 2 years ago, and, you know, just, no one ever knew, you know, well, it was never really said what happened to him.
I'm back.
But, I mean, it's possible."
All right, I want you to think about it again, but this time, hold the cheese above your head.
No.
So you sure you heard nothing then?
Are we trying to get this dude to shoot an apple off his head? while he
Groff
has his
did
eyes
shoot
closed?
We
a
already did.
Groff did shoot a piece
Oh.
of cheese off his head. He says, look, all I know is that the last guy who owned this place, he hung himself. That's all I can say. That's all I know.
Where'd he hang
Oh,
himself?
great! Now it's haunted.
Well, the folks that found him, they found him upstairs in the common room where we keep all the wood now.
All right. I'm gonna go up to that common room and look around.
As he is walking out of there, Smith and Wu, do me a favor and roll me perception checks. Are you heading outside, or are you just heading up the stairs that Wu and Ravenchuck came down with?
I would just head up the stairs.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we never checked the top floor. I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, okay. So yeah, Smith, Wu, you know, you guys are just see them heading out. Smith, yeah, you have your lantern. Are you guys following them up?
We already explored all down here.
I mean, explored. You guys like checked out the barrels in this room to look for treasure, And then after combat, you really didn't say what specifically you were doing, so I just kind of assumed you were helping Wu get all the spider bodies over here. So it's up to you what you want to do right now.
I guess I'm going to help. I'm going to explore more down here. What's all in here? What kind of do a minor inventory
Okay.
of what can be used and what needs replaced.
Okay. All right. So,
How come we doing the same looking?
hold on one second.
We haven't found yet.
So wait. Wu is going to stay down here, do a quick inventory of things, see what can be salvaged, what can't be. Smith, what did you say?
I'll be doing the same, I guess. Looking for the spider that we haven't found yet.
Okay. So Groff and Ravenchuck are heading up to the first floor.
Hey,
And-
Gruff, me and Woo never checked out the second floor. You wanna check that out with me?
I have the poop
Hey.
soon.
We can check that out.
Aaron,
God damn it, Aaron.
I want to also check out the common room to see if there's any clues about this treasure that might be in this building.
So I also need Beef Chuck up here. All right, and Jared, what is your Rard going to be doing? Is he going to be staying down here, or is he going with Groff and Ravenchuck?
I would probably be staying down here looking to see if there's any signs of of that spider whatsoever.
Okay, cool. So we will then do with Gerard, Wu, and Smith first. So I am just going to remove line of sight down here for right now, just so you guys have a little bit better visual of the whole map.
Oh no.
So,
Yeah,
look
it's
at that.
super messy.
Yeah, it is.
Whose dead body is this over here?
That's Suffocaltra. That's the one that you guys killed initially, and then I had to move. Yep.
So I would say I would probably put his body like right over here.
Yep. You know, actually, I just realized there
Actually.
was something visible there that I don't want visible.
Yeah.
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 You can
Yeah.
see everything.
Yeah.
Put him back in the corner.
Meta. Okay. All right,
Realized I
cool.
missed it.
Cool. Glad you did. So Gerard, Wu, and Smith, go ahead and roll me. I know I just had Wu and Smith roll perception checks, but I want the three of you to roll me new perception checks.
Would I get any bonus since I'm kind of specifically looking for this animal and animal handling bullshittery?
So being that you don't know, like, a ton about giant ice spiders, it's
Tame one.
it's a fairly large creature. This is more going to be like perceiving, and since
Well,
you're
I got a 23, so...
well, I was gonna say, since your animal handling and your perception is the same thing, it would essentially account for the same.
Okay.
All right, so the three of you start looking over this place. So, Gerard, you don't, like, you see the signs of ice spiders. Like, as you are now realizing, like, all the spider webs that are around here are covered in ice. You can see that in this room, they were kind of, you know, holding into their, lots of the old moldy food. But there's really, like, other than that, you just kind of see what is there. And there does not appear to be, you know, any additional spiders down here. Like, there's, if he's describing something as big as a dog, you imagine it would be about the size of the smaller spiders that you guys just fought. And with that, there's really nothing that you can find. Wu, Smith, you know, you're scouring the place. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the spider.
Okay, so yeah, same thing. You know, you're checking corners, you're like looking around stuff. You don't really see anything. Most of the barrels and everything are kind of packed tight up against the walls. So there's really no like clear hiding places. Even like you can see with your lantern, you know, checking in between where the barrels are, and you don't find anything. Wu, what specifically like you said you wanted to take an account of everything, right?
Yeah, do like an inventory and see if there's any spaces that we haven't searched that could be hiding something. Like a potential crawl space that something could be in, or I don't know how to explain it without knowing what I'm looking for, which I know but don't
Well,
want to say.
yeah. I know what you're referring to. If you're referring to the treasure, like you don't find anything like that.
Not even like searching specifically for the treasure. It's more like crawl spaces that something could be hiding in, or
Okay, yeah.
hey, somebody wanted to stash something away from somebody, but don't necessarily want other people to know about it.
So
like
you're
hidden compartments.
So you're looking for looking for like false walls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. With the 18, you're like tapping around and everything. You check most of the basement. Everything down here is just solid stone on the walls. It's fairly icy. It's still about in the negative, 40s, negative 50s down here. So everything is just kind of solid, icy stone. You don't find any false walls or anything like that. Most of the barrels in here, especially in the room you're in, are just way too massive to really move around. You move some of the crates up against the walls. There's really nothing hiding behind them. The last place that you look, though, is where this giant spider web is in the corner that the queen was laying upon, that has the skeleton on it. And kind of is like the culmination of your search.
No.
The three of you are looking over at that, and you can see that this skeleton, because this was the one that Albot went and retrieved the little golden socket on. You actually see that tied around this thing's bony neck is a noose.
Oh.
Didn't what's his name say that? Oh no, that's the owner that hung himself. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
All right, so you guys are searching down there, and we'll kind of leave it with that. Yeah, the only other thing, like I said, that is kind of harder to investigate is there is a bookcase underneath the spider web that this skeleton is rested upon, that this skeleton is stuck to. And this was the spider web that the queen was sitting on. So with the webbing there, it is infeasible to get to that bookcase.
Can I knock the web down?
You can. You will just have to roll to attack.
All right, I guess I'm attacking the spider web.
Okay. Yeah, roll damage.
Chardolin, if it
It's
matters.
immune to poison, actually.
Okay.
But you are able to cut that down. You head up, you slice through it with your sabers. The body just comes toppling down. It's still covered in the icy webs. So before we get back to that, we will move up to the middle floor as Groff and Ravenchuck make their way up and around. So what are you checking for up there, Groff?
A skeleton in a spider web with a noose around its neck, apparently.
Yeah?
Yeah. All right, where are we at? Okay.
Main floor.
Yep.
Let's see. I wanted to check out that common room and see if there was any clues to the guy that had killed himself.
Gotcha.
When me and Woo was up here, we didn't really see anything.
Woo and I.
No, when you and Wu were up there earlier, you were looking around. You did look at the ceiling in there, and you saw that a lot of the boards were kind of split and splintered and angled down. That this way, you imagine that the root, that the floor up on the top might need some repairs, much like you kind of see all around, like some of the tables are cracked and torn, stuff like that. But
there's a phantom your yard outside. How do you say his name?
Oh yeah, the fact that I still have Urard's body out there.
Just I'm just enjoying the nice
There we go.
breeze.
Yep. So as you are looking around, the two of you give me perception checks.
There it is.
Groff, you actually do eventually see that over in this corner, as you're looking around, you can see there is a a truss that runs across the top of the ceiling that you can see where there is still a piece of that rope hanging up there.
And obviously, I don't see the body anywhere.
Correct. You just see that is where like some of the tables are stacked up in the corner.
I thought there might be something up here, but all I see is the remnants of the rope that lad used to kill himself. You see anything in here?
Nope. I mean, I see broken boards.
Maybe we should just head back with the others.
Are you sure you don't want to check the third floor real quick?
Oh, that's right. You said that. Let's go. We can check that.
Okay. We'll move you guys up to the third floor. All right. I don't want to do that. Can I do it this way? No, I can't because it doesn't work that way anymore. All right. Groff. Ravenchuck. And Beefchuck. All right. So as the two of you, accompanied by Beefchuck, head upstairs, I know it's going to look weird. Beefchuck, you're going to be standing on a roof for a quick moment. That's just because I don't have the, I didn't put the floor there where the top of the stairs would come out. But
I love standing on roofs.
Yep.
Makes me feel tall.
So yeah, you'll just have like kind of a weird view on things, essentially. But the two of you head up there, and go. Once you get up there, you can see that much like the bottom floor, this upstairs is very similar. There's broken vases, broken picture frames and glass that have fallen down. And everything around here is just kind of as dilapidated, as it was downstairs. Okay. So Groff, as you start to step forward, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
I did make another check. I would like to know what that got me.
Seduce the DM. You failed.
Okay.
I would have only accepted that if
I
would only accepted that if it was 6 + 9. But yes, dexterity saving throw, please.
Dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Did I pass my check, by the way?
What, your shortness check? Yes, you are very short. And
Dang,
that was
short.
what kept you from seeing where the rope was. Okay, Groff, as you step forward, allowing Ravenchuck up in here, you feel the floorboards under your feet begin to crack and crumble. Do you jump backwards or dive forward?
Let's go all in. Dive forward, Regis.
All right, go ahead and re-roll me that dex save. All right. Do you dive into the room or do you dive forward?
Forward.
Forward. Re-roll me that dex save.
Number 3. Pick for number 3.
Oh, God.
Do you dive forward or do you dive to the side?
Forward.
All right, re-roll me that dex save. All right.
Oh!
So, Ravenchuck. All right, I have to see exactly where that would put you. There we go.
Yeah, on the second floor.
Ravenchuck. As you are making your way upstairs, you get to the top of the stairs and you see Groff start walking down this small hallway. As he does, the floor underneath his feet begins to crack and crumble, and you see him starting to fall. He thinks about it for a quick second and then dives forward, launching himself, ahead. As he does, he hits the floor hard. That section of the floor cracks and crumbles under his feet. This happens 2 more times until finally he gets to where the fireplace is. The floor falls out underneath as almost the ripple effect has removed the floor before he could even get to it. And Groff, you fall down into the first floor, and you are going to take...
Which then you fall down to the basement.
You are going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall down. Ravenchuck, you just watch him, disappear from where he was.
That was interesting.
Ow. I don't recommend taking the express route down.
Wasn't thinking about it.
All right.
Are there like between the holes? Is there like support beams I could possibly step on to get across?
I mean, there's another hallway that you can take, but in between there, no. Unfortunately, you have just seen where there is like now, to jump across there. It would be, with how slick and icy these beams are, it would be infeasible for you to stick that landing.
All right.
Unless you had something that you could extend across there, like a ladder or something like that. But there is the other hallway to your left. On screen.
Or if you had a 50-foot piece of rope.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah. As you head down this hallway, Beefchuck following up behind cautiously, you're able to make it down to here without any issue.
Oh, so I just had to choose the actual good path.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm gonna check out this room.
All right. Groff, what do you do while he is up there? Do you head back up?
I rethink my life.
Yeah, you just like laying there in some debris.
Like, oof. Oh.
On top of a bunch of lumber.
Yeah.
Where did I end up again? First floor, you said?
You're on the first floor. You're right down here, pretty much in the center of this whole place. You just fell straight down through in front of the fireplace.
I'm gonna make sure my I can still stand up. My injuries aren't like debilitating.
Yep. Nope. You can stand up. You know, you got a bit of a sore ass, but that's about it.
Oh man, this reminds me of this one time with the walrus. Anyway,
Oh God!
No.
I'm gonna work my way back up.
All right.
Hobble my way up the stairs.
Right. So you make your way back upstairs. You can see that Ravenchuck has made his way around and is starting to explore one of the other rooms. And actually, it's as you get back upstairs, Ravenchuck, where are you heading into?
This one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's the bed in here is destroyed. You can see there is a massive icy spider web up here that is covering this bed, but everything in here is pretty much just destroyed with time and wear.
I swear, if I get pulled into another room with a giant spider,
Happens to the best of us, lad.
is it the same thing in this room too?
Actually, what happens there, Ravenchuck, is as you step on this spot, I need you to make me a dex save.
We
Eh.
need some game show music playing right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Groff,
crap.
as you walk up around, you just see Ravenchuck, same thing. He's like stepping forward and just right down through the floor. He's unable to jump and avoid that damage. Ravenchuck, you are going to take...
I scream out, "You want to land ass first, lad."
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall to the floor.
Oh. Oh, I'm not even fully healed. Point.
Oh, damn it. There we go.
How many points of damage in real life do you think if I fall off one of those ladders that lead to the roof hatches at work?
Oh God. At least, you know, a broken ankle.
I had to do that twice the one night, and like, I look up and I get dizzy, right?
Yeah,
Like
same.
just in this chair. It was not a pleasant experience.
I'm sure.
Stupid vendor didn't lock the hatch.
So, while that is
Oh.
yeah, you fall down, same thing, pretty much the same thing, Ravenchuck, as you fall down into this lower part by the fireplace. You can hear Beefchuck upstairs. He's just like looking down, his head peering down at you as you're laying next to the debris and rubble where Groff had also fallen.
I'm gonna make my way back up,
All
and
right.
every 5 feet, I'm gonna cast Mending on the floor before I step on it.
So it's gonna be a very slow process then for Ravenchuck.
Yep. When I
Okay.
get back up top.
So while you are up there mending away, down in the basement, the three of you, you know, you've been spending some time going through, investigating this place, trying to see what you can find, looking for small and hidden cubbies and small alcoves, also looking for more signs of these ice spiders. You do see signs of ice spiders, but it's very clearly that this place was kind of like a haven for them, you know, a cold, dark, secluded place, nobody really coming in and out of the basement here. These spiders kind of just taking hold, filling up this place as their own. Because Woo, something that you kind of realized is there are spider webs everywhere. And you even remember when you were looking through the main floor, there were spider webs through the kitchen. There were spider webs through those back rooms as well. But there were none in the common room where all the logs were being stored. So as you're looking around, you're kind of realizing that like once this place was abandoned and it was being used for lumber, the spiders more or less secluded themselves away from where most of the people were coming in and out. But with the basement seeming like where the queen had you know, set herself up. But as the three of you are down here, Woo, you start going through, you clear off the spider web. The skeletal body is just kind of wrapped up in it. Do you want to check out the bookcase?
I do. I also want to move the skeleton body and kind of make sure that it's all intact, so when we go outside, we can do a proper burial for him.
Sure. Are you resistant to cold damage?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All I need you to do is then take 1 point of cold damage, and that's already taking resistance in, as you're having to like drag this skeletal body out, and get the webbing off of it.
Okay.
All right. So is Gerard and Smith helping look through this bookcase for anything?
Sure.
Yeah, I would help.
Okie dokie. All right, so I need the three of you to roll me. Well, let me ask you this: what are you looking for? The little tiny alcoves and stuff like that?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay. So
That
give me
and yeah.
yeah. Good.
That and seeing if there's any like book levers.
Okay. So do me a favor and roll me investigation checks.
Fuck.
12.
Yeah. You guys aren't able to find anything. You're starting to like pull at books. You can see one of the things that kind of stands out though. And I'll say that Smith kind of notices this. Because I just kind of imagine Wu going in, like trying to pull as many as he can off of there, pulling for levers, not even like necessarily taking them off. Smith, you're actually
I
Yeah.
was thinking we was just like pulling a book, just throwing it straight
Yeah,
backwards.
yeah,
Pulling a book,
yeah.
throwing it straight backwards.
So Smith, you're pulling these books off, and as you're doing that, you're noticing that a lot of these are related to fishing and going treasure hunting. So it just kind of like, there just seems to be this thing of like, going fishing and treasure hunting and like water tales, like, tales at sea and stuff like that. But unfortunately, try as you guys might, there doesn't really seem to be anything that you can pick out of this bookcase.
Was this bookcase kind of suspicious to begin with?
I mean, it's just a bookcase in the corner of a basement. I mean, there is a chair next to it, so it maybe gives credence that the previous owner would maybe sit down here and read.
I'm gonna knock the bookcase over out of frustration. See if there's anything behind it.
Okay. So as you pull the bookcase down, just out of pure frustration, roll me a strength check.
He does it while raging.
Wait, do we all have to make the strength check or just Smith?
No, it's just Smith, because Smith is pulling it
Okay.
out of frustration.
Just in pure anger, let me rip this down off of its hinges.
So, Smith, you pull this down. You realize that the bookcase is kind of built out of two pieces, two separate bookcases. You pull the one down just like frustrated and angry. You pull the other one down, letting your barbarian rage kind of take hold for this moment. But it's as you're doing that, you realize that behind one of the bookcases, there's a small little flap that you look at, and where it lined up on the wall, you see there's a tiny little circle in the wall there.
Nice. Alright, let's check it out. Is it like a button?
It's not a button. It's like a hole in the wall, like almost as if somebody had drilled into the wall.
A glory hole?
A glory hole. That's right, Aaron. Good for you. I'm happy.
So what does this hole do? Like, they drilled into the wall?
Yeah, like I said, it's drilled into the wall there. So, as you're looking at it, it's not really making a ton of sense.
I'll kind of point it up to the group.
Okay. Yeah, the three of you, or the Gerard and Wu, you guys look at it. Like I said, it almost looks like a keyhole, but it doesn't have like the bottom line coming out of it. It's just a circle.
Can we find a key or something?
I was like, don't I have keys?
You do have keys, but as you pull them out, you realize that all of your keys have like, it's a solid shaft, and then they all have like a tooth coming down out of the bottom. Because a normal lock, the way that it works is when you put it in, the teeth are what move the tumblers. But yeah, Smith, as you remember, Gerard had Albot pick up something off of that skeleton's neck, and it was given to Ravenchuck.
I can't believe he let you say solid shaft without interrupting.
I'm trying to be good, guys.
He's learning. He's getting a little bit better. Not by much, but a little bit.
Okay, and I'll let the
All
group
right.
know about the key. Or what he picked up off, what happened again? He picked it off the corpse?
Yeah, it was hanging around the neck of the corpse. It was almost like a pendant.
We're gonna go talk to Gerard and be like, hey, go get that shit you gave Ravenchuck.
I don't know where Ravenchuck and Groff are. Well, actually, did we hear the commotion
Yes.
of them collapsing?
While you guys were down here, like looking around the place, you heard at least 2 distinct thuds upstairs, like right in the middle of where these doors are, above where the fireplaces would be. You just hear this like, boom, and then like a minute later,
on
just
the second floor.
boom. But from upstairs, the two of you, even though you guys have been, you guys are up here. So at this point, Ravenchuck, you have had time to go through and mend the floor pieces that you have found. But you guys hear this massive collapse, or this massive clatter coming from the basement again.
Oh wait, Ravenchuck.
Yeah,
I hear that.
Groff and Ravenchuck.
Okay.
Yeah, the two of you, while you're upstairs exploring, you hear this massive commotion going on from the basement as Ravenchuck is mending the floorboards back into place.
I think they got whatever's happening down there.
Say, all the same, we better hurry up. We may not have time for this mending, and I'm gonna leap into the next floorboard.
Okay.
Oh God! Can I quickly mend the one he's doing?
I mean, right now you have you pretty much have you have your rooms here, and there is a door here that leads into the next part. There's also a closed door over here, and this is also a door that leads into another room.
I'm gonna choose the southwest door there,
Okay.
Bob.
All right. You open it, and as you step in, you see ahead of you is
Fireball.
Yeah.
you see a giant spider, about the size of a dog, on a massive spider web that has been stretched across this open room upstairs.
Is the spider white and blue, Alex?
The spider is not white and blue.
Ah, okay. Consolation prize, guys.
Yeah. As you get in there, it looks at you. Yeah, I need the two of you to roll me initiative.
Nah.
Can I just choose not to roll initiative? Can like we just choose to burn this entire place to the ground and start from scratch?
Yeah.
No. I'm not redoing this building again.
There it is. Hey, sweet.
Hey, there you go.
Nice.
All right. Oh,
I can't even see it.
Gotta add him. All right. So as soon as you open that door, Groff, you walk out. You see a spider come out of this room and climb up across the wall, getting onto the spider web as it shoots at you a glob of webbing. That is going to hit. And you are now restrained by the webbing, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You're just restrained.
BRB.
Okay.
You know, I was just thinking Ravenchuck should go first.
No.
You see the one that is in the center of the room. It just kind of like steps back up against the one wall, almost as if it's preparing for something. Ravenchuck, as you're standing there, for that brief moment, you see Groff walk into the next room as you're finishing up patching up a hole that was right in this room. And you see Groff just get covered in this ooey gooey icy webbing.
Ah, holy
Gross.
bukake, Ravenchuck, help me out.
Do I have to though, Groff?
Yes. I get the funny feeling there's at least 4 spiders in this room.
I'm gonna go help him.
Okay. Yeah, he is currently restrained where he is, so he is unable to move. But you are able to move through his space because you are small.
I'm just gonna help him get un.
Oh, okay, you're just
Tangled.
gonna untangle him? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just do me a favor and make an attack against it.
Unarmed strike.
Sure. Yeah. All right.
I
You
do
don't-
it.
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. You deal. Yeah. More than enough. So you go and you tear at the webbing. And it's icy to your hands. But being that you have cold resistance, being that these aren't the queen's webbing, this isn't nearly as bad as the one that you dealt with down in the basement, and you are able to free Groff from his icy prison.
Thank you, lad.
You're welcome.
All right. Are you having Beef Chuck do anything?
Can he get by Groff?
So he can move. He can get by Groff. He just cannot stop his turn. He can move through a friendly creature's space. He just can't stop where he is. So, being that he already moved 15 feet, he would have to stop either here or here.
I'll have him stop here and make him like. No, yeah, here, and I'll have him like defend Groff.
Okay. So yeah, you see that being that Beef Chuck kind of watched Groff fall through all these floors, he watched you fall through these floors. He is sticking super close to the wall. He gets around there. You can see that as soon as he does, a glob of icy webbing shoots out at him, but it hits up against the wall right above Beef Chuck. Groff, it is your turn.
I'm gonna aim. You know, I'm gonna go in the room a little bit so I can see. There we go. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go for.
Do me a favor. I need you to make a dex save.
Good.
Yeah. Jumping forward or jumping in front of Beef Chuck.
Forward.
Okay, make another dex save.
Fuck.
Oh God.
Fuck.
So as soon as this happens, Groff, you jump forward. You have your bow ready to attack, but as soon as you do, you fall through the floors, and you land down on the lower floor, across the tables and everything that were there. You just kind of like fall into this giant pile. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as there is now a hole in the ceiling above you that you can see up into, but just barely.
How high up is that?
10 feet.
Okay. Well, I play 2 cards face down, and I end my whatever movement I have. I'm gonna head towards the stairs.
Okay.
How
All
much do I
right.
have
So, well, you would still have that'd be 5, 10. So, but you could also dash if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's dash. So that would bring
Okay.
me up to 70 total. I have.
Okay. So that is going to be 60 feet from where you are. So I need to clear that. So we're going to go 30 as you're clambering over everything. And you get all the way back to there.
2
Alright.
cards face down, and my turn.
So while this is going on, I do want to say, from the basement, the 3 of you, as you are discussing this opening in the hole, you guys hear a massive thud directly above where you are, and you see, like, the dust and the ice just fall off of the ceiling right there as you hear what sounds like a rowdy dwarf being thrown through some brittle tables and chairs.
Oh, I guess this place must be in worse shape than I thought.
Should we go make sure that he's okay?
Probably Groff just fell through the floor again.
How'd you know we fell through the floor?
You're not even in the room with us.
So I'm just curious, is anyone from the basement heading up to check on those 2?
Everard would.
Okay.
If the others will, I will too.
All right. So, we'll say you guys start to rush your way out of the basement. Just need to move these guys. You're going to be able to get over here to the staircase, essentially. And you're going to start making your way up
Downtown.
as... what?
Making our way downtown.
No, not making your way downtown.
Making my way downtown.
And
Make
we
my way
will...
down.
We will jump back to here before we introduce the rest. As another spider comes out from the side. And you can see that it crawls across the back ceiling there, Ravenchuck. And it's going to likewise shoot a glob of sticky webbing at Beefchuck,
Prey babies.
hitting him. And Beefchuck is now restrained. All right. This spider is going to attempt to hit you, Ravenchuck, and that is going to hit, I believe. Yeah, hit. If it hits it, if it meets it, it beats it.
If it meets it, it eats it.
If it hits it, it beats it.
If it meets it, it beats it. Which he has an 18. 18 AC. All right. Okay. So, Ravenchuck, as you're standing there, you watch Beefchuck get wrapped up in this icy webbing. You see the one that's standing in the center of all of this. It shoots webbing at you, and it hits you like right in the chest. You are also restrained.
Girl, why'd you have to... Beefchuck got through there, but you couldn't.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm also not on the same floor as you.
You're heavier than a steel defender, and he's made of steel. How big is he?
Beefchuck? Beefchuck is
Yeah.
medium. So they're both the same size.
But he's made of steel.
He is made of steel. He's a hefty boy. You see...
The difference is that Groff drinks a
Oh,
lot,
shit.
so he has that beer
Actually,
belly.
that would be made with advantage. Yes, it would. Okay. So you see the spider, it goes up to Beef Chuck, and it attempts to take a bite as its fangs almost miss its mark, but then dig down in between the plating of Beef Chuck's scales, and is going to take 10 points of piercing damage.
Do you have what his health is, by the way? Because I don't.
His health is 36, so if you go to your extras page, you'll see Beef Chuck right there. You can click...
Well, no, from the last battle.
Oh.
Because we never rested, yeah. And it won't let me change his health. Oh, it does.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, it'll definitely let you change his health. I actually had him at 31, but I don't know.
31?
Oh no, wait, no. You guys did get some healing.
We did?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got to level up.
Well, so that's the thing. Like your hit points shouldn't have altered, because I remember I said to make sure your hit points stayed the same. But yeah, I don't remember what he was at, but I have him at 31 on my side. So let's just put him at 31 for right now, and then take 10 from there. So put him down to 21.
21?
All right.
I think that's a fair compromise.
Should probably...
All right.
100,000.
All right. So Ravenchuck, it is your turn. You are currently restrained.
Um.
This means you cannot use any of your speed. Attacks against you have advantage, and your attacks have disadvantage. But you can try to break free of the webbing by doing a strength check.
I guess that's the only option I have, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I don't get out.
No, you are tied up tight. Beef Chuck. He is also restrained. Are you going to do a strength check for him?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll that D20, and it's a D20 plus 2. So I don't have an issue if you just click your dexterity check, because it's the same thing. Yeah, you hear from around the corner Beef Chuck, just like the sound of ice shattering, as you see him starting to whip around. He can use his attack if you wish.
Can he get over here by any chance?
He could. He would just provoke an opportunity attack.
What if he jumped down the hole?
He could jump down the hole. He could jump down the hole. It would still provoke an opportunity attack, because he would be actively moving out of range of an enemy. Now, if you want, because I am allowing him to still have his attack, you could also choose for him to disengage. That would just be everything that he could do. And that would not provoke an opportunity attack.
That 21, right?
21? What do you mean?
Yeah. Health.
Oh, yeah. He's currently at 21 hit points. Yep.
I think I'll just have him take the opportunity attack.
Okay.
And I kind of want to jump down a graph, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna have him go down here.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna run as soon as I can.
Okay. Yeah, you see Beef Chuck. He just slithers down into that opening. You hear him come down onto the all of the tables and chairs that are down there. And Groff, you actually hear the sound of this on the other side From where you are, you just hear some clattering over in the common area.
Oh, is he gone? Oh, he's way over there now. Oh.
Who, Groff?
Yeah, I ran.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Groff is starting to try and make his way back up around there.
Yeah, I gotta go rescue you.
So at this point, it is going to be Groff's turn. Groff, I don't know why he's still listed as restrained.
Oh, I never undid that.
Okay. Yeah,
There we go.
Groff, as you are running up around here, are you heading back upstairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna head back up the stairs.
All right. So as you do, you see coming up the staircase is Wu, Smith, and Gerard. As they're all climbing up the stairs, and they swing around right as they see you starting to head up the staircase.
I want to dash past them while screaming, "There's more spiders up here, lad. Roll for initiative."
All right, well, the three of you roll for initiative.
I guess I'm just gonna take a nap.
Why are you taking a nap? Oh,
'Cause
because
I'm
you got a
lost.
7. Oh, yeah.
Why wasn't
Man, you're
mine?
slow.
There it goes.
Aaron.
Finally, I was like, "Why was slowing?" Oh nope, I'm taking a nap with Will.
Oh, y'all are both slow.
Nah, we ain't slow. We're just cleanup.
All right. Wow. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Hey, it's Sunday.
Okay.
Don't use the Lord's name on a Sunday. How dare you?
Fuck that.
You mean the sun god Nika?
Oh,
It's the sun god Palor.
I take more offense to that. No, Sun
Praise
God
be to his
Nika's
name.
more powerful.
Absolutely. Praise be to his name.
Praise be.
All right. So
Phenomena.
Groff, you get up to the top of the staircase. Smith, Wu, and Gerard are following up behind. When you get up there, you still have, depending on if you want to dash, you would be able to get down to the end of this hallway that you're in.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Standing before you, you see Ravenchuck still wrapped up in this webbing that he has been caught up in.
I would help you right now, lad.
But I just
I don't have the energy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need a 6-second break.
Yep. All right. So
Wait, if he tries to move out of my area, my reach, can I do an opportunity attack on him? and
no,
free him?
I specifically looked into that just the other day, and it's hostile creatures only.
That's a shame.
Yeah, which is why the concept of somebody using Cure Wounds as a reaction with Warcaster, you would have to have somebody like make the barbarian hostile or something by casting Charm Person. It's something crazy. But Wu, you are the first to reach the top of the steps.
Woo, woo, woo.
So I'm going to say that from where you are, I'm basically going to give you whatever your movement is minus 10 feet for, getting up around the steps and climbing up there.
Why does Wu reach there first? Then I roll higher than him?
Oh, shit. Sorry. You know why? Yes. Actually, I will do it that way because I was just because you were right there before Groff. So that's why I didn't see where you were. Sorry. Yeah. Smith, you hearing the fact that there are spiders up there, you kind of push past Wu and start making your way up the stairs. So you reach the top of the
Great.
steps. You still have 30 feet of movement because you have a total of 40.
Whiny.
I did look at that, and I didn't realize that he rolled an 11. Because I looked up, and I thought it was a 1.
Alright, so how far can I go?
You could go
past,
30 feet, yeah.
10 feet less than what your normal speed is, like he said.
Yeah.
Smith.
So you could, basically, you could get down to here.
An attack
Um,
them?
what's that?
An attack?
Well, let me see. We got... Why is it doing the curves like that? You should not be... Hold on a second. For some reason, it's doing... It's doing the movement not based on corners.
It's been doing that the last couple of games.
Yeah, it's weird, because you would have... You'd be there. You'd have 40 feet of movement, or 30 feet of movement, so
30.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I don't know why. You should be able to get there.
Oh, second attack spider.
Yeah, as you round the corner, like I said, because Raven or Beef Chuck is not there on the floor at the moment, you can see that there is this massive hole in the floor. So, but you are able to duck around that because you're able to stick closer to the wall. But yeah, there's a giant spider in front of you.
Okay. Am I gonna fall through the floor here in a moment, or?
I would have already made you do that if that was the case.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
So I'll attack.
Yep, good.
Urgent
Fuck.
attack.
Yep, you have a lantern, which means that you, as you get in there, you also see the one hiding up in the corner that is a white and blue spider.
Is he bigger than the rest, or just?
Slightly the same. He's about the same. He's just white and blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rage attack, reckless attack.
Okay.
All of his shenanigans.
He pulls out a gun.
I cast gun.
I cast raid.
Oh, you can't.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Our sponsor for today,
Oh,
Raid Shadow
God.
Legends. Use
Yeah, that
promo
definitely hits
code
Smith. Go ahead and roll the
Big
damage.
Love.
Wasn't my Glorious like a higher chance to hit or something?
It's a +6.
Wasn't it a +7? For some reason, no. Character level 4, you have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Yeah. Why is that suddenly not the case?
I know when I just switched weapons recently, but before I switched weapons, it looked like I was reading right. Now when I switched,
Oh,
it
you know
seems
what?
like-
Yeah. Go to your inventory and reattune it.
Oh, I had to reattune it.
Yeah. You have to attune to Boreas, which that only takes an action, so it's not a big deal. There you go.
That was already attuned to it, right?
You were attuned to it, but then you were, but like once you unequip it, then it's no longer attuned.
Gotcha.
Really? I thought you physically had to unattune to something like that.
Let me check. Nope. Yeah, once you unequip the item, it's no longer attuned on the character sheet. In game, it's still attuned. So that's it. It's just with mechanically on the sheet, you still have to reattune to it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be that would be a 21. That would still definitely hit.
21.
21.
Game Boy Color with 98 red Pokemon. $100.
All right.
So that's 16
Yep.
plus Divine Fury.
Okay. With a mean swing in there, you cut this thing in half.
Nice.
All right. And as you're standing there, you're just kind of like seething, like looking into the room. These 3 spiders kind of pinned up, like 2 of them pinned up against the walls. The one on this massive spider web in the middle that's closer to the ceiling. And I do want to keep in mind, this spider web that is right here is like 6 feet. It's like up in the air. It's up into the ceiling. So, Woo. Oh yeah.
I can't do anything else, right?
You have
I
no
use
more
all my
movement.
movement.
Yeah, you have no
Okay.
more movement, so
I can't use an extra attack to like throw a javelin, can I?
you would have to drop. You'd have to drop your sword if you wanted
Okay,
to do
let's
that.
not do that.
All right. So we're gonna go back to Woo.
Woo. Woo.
So Woo, you would be able to get to
Alright.
right there.
Well, Woo's gonna keep on moving. He's gonna go through Smith.
Okay.
10,
Okay.
15,
Dexterity saving throw.
16.
Do you go forward, left, or right?
Cattywampus.
Okay. You jump to that side, and for the first time so far, somebody has definitely jumped and not jumped onto another broken platform.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Yep.
25, 30. That would put me into 30 here, yes?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to go large.
Okay. Okay. So, you go large, buddy. God damn it. And without really, yeah, there is room to grow large in here because the second you do this, the floor below you just crumbles under your weight.
Oh, God.
As you fall down, but with your increased size, you are basically with your head like right up at where that floor is. So you are just like, your head is right here where the hole is. And considering with Giant's Might, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, no, you're and anything you're wearing, so your sword is like still there. It's like grown in your hand. Your swords are grown in your hands. You would still be within range of this spider because it is not up on the ceiling. It is in the corner. The only thing saving you here is the fact that you are large.
Okay. Well, I can't do anything since I
Yeah. So how I want this to be known
is I'm on the
is-
first floor looking in.
you are you are essentially down here on this first floor, standing on some log pile in the corner, trying to fight this thing. And as you get down there, you actually see Beef Chuck trying to make his way back up to the top. All right. Next up is going to be the ice spider that's right above you, and it is going to... well, shit, it would not have that. So it is just going to try and bite down at you. That misses. Gerard, you reach
Hold
the
up.
top... Oh. Okay.
Can I use a reaction?
You can.
Can I make a wisdom saving throw?
Yes. 13.
Aw, that's the wisdom saving throw it needed.
That is it. So it is not charmed by you and your stone rune.
Damn it.
Gerard.
I figured since I never used it, I'd do it now.
Makes sense.
What do I see now that I'm up here?
Once you get up there, you can see you see Groff and Ravenchuck standing there in this hallway. You can hear the sounds of chaos going on not too far ahead, and through the sliver of opening, thanks to Smith's lantern, you can hear the massive crack and shudder of the floorboards as you see the top of Groff's head, like, sunk down into the floor.
Huh?
Okay.
Who said sunk
He
into the
he
floor?
means woo.
Sorry, Woo. My bad. Not Groff.
What the hell? I guess I'll attempt to move up to where Groff is to kind of see what the hell's going on.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of pat Groff and be like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Oh, normal spider stuff.
Do I see the spider? Because I know technically in my line of sight it says I do, because it's like through corners and shit.
Yeah, you can just barely make it out as it's trying to attack Woo through the floor.
Am I able to hit it?
Yeah. From where you are, yes.
Cool. I'm just gonna use good old Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Groff, just get your head down for a brief moment.
I can't.
That-
It's not my turn, lad.
That's 21.
Okay, that
Yep.
hits.
I get 2 of them because of my level. And the second one is 11.
That misses.
Well, at least we get 1. That's 10 force damage. I'm thinking here because all my 6 million animal companions. Marcus, go see if you can't get closer. Go deal with the spiders. What is his movement speed?
Marcus?
Slow as shit.
No, Marcus is actually pretty quick.
30.
He has 30 feet. Plus, he also has 30 feet of
That's
climb.
20. That's
So-
25, and there's holes in the ground now. So
Yes, but again, he also has climbing speed, so he can climb across the walls.
can I do that? Have him like climb over to the.
So wait, how far is it from? Yeah,
he's
'cause-
at 25.
So that would have been 10. That would have, yeah. So he would have been there.
Well, wait a
So,
minute.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I could have him do coil bounce with a 10-foot start.
That is true. He could run up through there, so he can
So,
jump
yeah,
up
I'll
to
do
25
that.
feet. Now
Yeah, I'll
keep
do
him.
that to get him over the holes.
Well, it can long jump. Yeah. So, let me see something here. Jumping. Fuck. I have to look something up real fast.
I'm sorry I'm making your life difficult.
No, that's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah. Do your thing.
Okay. I'm going to make him do his long jump just to get over the holes over to there.
Okay. So he jumps over to there. He's kind of like looking around. He sees all of these spiders in this room.
And I can't see there just because of reasons. Thank you. I'm just going to have him try and coil wrap or tail wrap I4.
So keep in mind, he is up in the ceiling. So he is actually just out of reach of where
Gotcha.
Marcus would be able to hit.
Gotcha. Then Marcus is good. Marcus is good for there for now. Can I actually ready an action? I'm just gonna ready.
Yep.
I'm just gonna ready claws, so whenever it gets closer, he can go ahead and claw at the spider.
Okay, cool.
And then Clockwork Buddy, what is your movement speed? 30 feet as well, and you can just kind of fly, so you're just gonna kind of hover about there.
Okay, yeah, he is able to hover above there. Not a question of even.
Bombard is a range of 20 to 40 feet. So is the spider, even though being up on the ceiling, still within range of Bombard?
Yes, he is within range of Bombard. Being that he is, you know what? I'll give you he's within 20 feet.
Okay. That is an
11 to hit, which
to hit.
Oh, that's right. That hits. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Woohoo! It's just a 1d4 plus 1. Not much, but damage is damage. 4.
All right. So he gets around there, shoots this steel bead up at him, kind of knocking at the spider's feet.
I'll put myself back behind Groff because that's where I was.
All right. All right, so this spider is going to move a little bit higher up, and I have to roll something here. Fuck. All right. He is going to stay up in the corner. Ravenchuck.
Yes.
You are still restrained.
I will try to get out again.
Okie dokie. You break free. You are no longer restrained.
I'm guessing I can't do an action, right? I can only move.
Correct. That is your action.
I'm gonna climb up onto Smith's back.
Okay. Okay. Smith, you just feel
back.
Smith, you just feel you feel this small gnome slowly or quickly starting to make his way up your back.
Rage and attack.
I'm kind of using him as a shield right now, but I'm also gonna use him to just hopefully he's in this one spot, so I can attack everything now.
So wait, what is your plan from there? Because you cannot end your turn on another creature's space.
Oh, you can't? Oh,
No.
I was just gonna be on him, and that was it.
Yeah, no. The only thing that you have, wait, shit.
What size is he?
He is small.
I thought technically, if you're small, that's the only way that you can end your space in somebody else's.
I don't believe so. Whether a creature is a friend or enemy, you can't willingly end your move in its space. Moving through another creature's space doesn't use the squeezing rolls. It's difficult terrain. So,
The only reason Lucas has let Marcus do it is because Marcus is considered tiny, not small.
well, the thing is that Marcus also doesn't count as like, a normal NPC or a normal, like PC or anything like that.
He's also a very small cat that sits on my head.
the only difference that would really make this is that if it was like a goblin, for example, and goblins have an ability that is like nimble or something like that, where you can move through enemies' spaces, without that extra. But yeah, you cannot end your turn on his space.
Well, that ruins my plans. I guess since I'm already on him, I'm just gonna climb over him.
Okay.
And stand right there.
All right. Beef Chuck is down underground. But
Who's gonna yell up? Be like, "Yo, quick access, come here!"
All right. Using his dash to get over to where Woo is, Beef Chuck is going to slither on up Woo's body, and he ends up over here on the other side of him. All right. It is the ice spider in the corner, who has yet to do anything. This is the white and blue spider. And he is going to shoot some ooey gooey webbing at Smith.
What do you mean?
Because you just killed his friend.
Well, the guy crawling all over.
Well, he definitely saw the little gnome climbing over, but unfortunately, it also knows a deadly target when it sees one.
Yeah, me a baby compared to you.
So Smith, you are currently restrained.
Smith, after all the videos I watched, you're supposed to open your mouth before it starts.
I gotta say, I love the fact that I love the fact that EncounterLog now posts on the app what conditions your characters have, because it keeps reminding me that Ravenchuck is poisoned because he was bit by the Spider Queen.
So like when I toggled that I was restrained, like that reflects on your end?
Look here. So look, I'll click on Smith's character sheet real fast, and then as soon as it updates.
No longer restrained.
So, but yeah, speaking of which, Smith, you are currently restrained. Are you going to break out of it?
Can I attack it like I did last time? The one time?
I mean, you can attack it. It's up to you. You can either break out of it, or you can attempt to attack it.
Breaking out requires an action, right?
I mean, they both require an action. Yeah, one is just you're using, you are bursting out of it, but it can also be attacked and destroyed. I know what you're going for, but attacking is your better option.
Because then you can attack a second time.
Again, the main thing to keep in mind is that if you hit over your armor class, you are going to be doing a little bit of damage to yourself.
I use Reckless Attack. Can I choose whichever one I want?
What, for reckless attack?
Yeah.
Um, doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn, but attack rolls against you. Yeah, you could use reckless attack if you wanted to, and you would get advantage.
What number range am I looking for?
You either need to get a 12 or 13.
And 12 or 13 breaks me out regardless. Anything above that breaks me out, but I hurt.
Exactly.
I hurt.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're just gonna take. It's gonna take a little bit of damage. Yeah, there you go, slicing right into that open flesh. You're gonna take 2 points of slashing damage because I know you're raging, but you're only gonna take what your actual modifier is.
Okay. Then can I move towards the one in the corner and attack?
So keep in mind, these guys are up in the air. So they're up in the corners, 10 feet. The only one that's really within range is the one that Wu is engaged with over here.
The one that I'm at eye level with.
Yes. Which you do have enough movement to get over there if you wanted to do that.
No, I have plans. I have ideas.
I don't know what's safe though.
My whole reasoning for the upstairs of the ramshackle.
Well, at the
Just
looks
remember,
of it,
Lucas.
the upstairs is becoming the downstairs, Woo, so...
Did I see him walk across all that space without falling?
You saw him go.
So I did a hard save?
Here.
Nope.
No, that's right. You went here.
There you go.
Then you went here.
Yep.
Then he went here. And then he went here, and he transformed and blew up this whole area.
And here, and here.
Okay. Yeah, put me, I guess, in that corner.
Okay.
So I have one attack left?
Yes. Being that Wu is just below you, that would hit.
Damn,
So what
Smith,
will-
why couldn't you have used that one earlier?
I'm sorry, that would or would not hit?
It would, yeah, because that would bump up to a 14 because Wu is right there. All right.
14 plus 4.
With exactly the amount of hit points you need to kill it.
Nice.
Damn it, Smith.
We'll do it again.
Steal those kills.
No, that's not what I wanted.
Woo, you just you hear Smith just like you turn around real quick because you know what's coming next. You see Smith standing there just taking his sword, just going "Ah!" and just bursts across the floor, just this boom 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 into the
Did you want a
spider.
spider friend?
No,
Did you
I
want
was
a
going to
spider
launch
friend,
the
Aaron?
spider at the other spiders.
Oh god.
Now I got to launch Beef Chuck at the other spiders.
Uh,
What?
Groff, it is
Yeah.
your turn.
All right. All right, here we go again.
Are you still restrained?
What can I see? Oh,
No, he's been unrestrained for a little while.
I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
Dex saving throw.
No.
Let's just move the hole.
So the problem is every time I put a token over one of those holes and I go to click it, it clicks the hole first. So yeah, Groff. Yeah, you can see there is two spiders set up in the corner. The one in this corner is white with a blue stripe down its abdomen. This one looks similar to the ones in the basement. It has a bit of an icy sheen, but other than that, it looks like just a giant spider.
I'm going for I4 because I have a vendetta against it.
Okay.
So there's 10.
Okay.
Plus extra attack.
Yep.
Yep.
Plus Dread Ambusher.
Pretty sure it's dead.
Yeah. It's
full
dead.
performance.
Hold on,
Stop!
I got another D8 of damage.
It's already dead.
All right.
Yeah, just Croft
So-
slides into the room. 3 perfectly aimed arrows. Ogden Ridley down in the basement just feels a shudder up his spine as he knows that somewhere out there Groff is showing him up.
It helps when you pretend that they have cheese on their heads.
Oh god.
All right, Woo.
I'm launching Beef Chuck at I2.
I'm just gonna say Beef Chuck does not consent to this plan.
So that's the thing. Like, what do you mean you're throwing Beef Chuck? Because that's not really a thing. Like,
It's not like dwarf chucking.
no.
It's not like dwarf chuck.
Considering
Also,
beef.
I think that
Well, considering Beef Chuck is a medium construct made of steel,
I'm
he
large.
would. You are large, but that would also require a cooperation between Raymond Chuck to allow you to do that.
I'm gonna look at Beef
Why
Chuck
don't you
like
ask
me,
me?
you. Ow, that was my monitor. Ice and blue. Like Raven Chuck, can I launch?
Oh, now you ask me. Oh, he doesn't understand you, by the way. You know what? Screw it. Sure. I have him ball up.
Alright, fuck it. This is gonna be an improvised attack, because that's exactly what this is. This is also going to be based on your dexterity, because this is a ranged attack. So that's going to be
Ow. Neat.
yeah, that's gonna be a +6 to hit. I gotta go to improvised weapons and improvised data or damage.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll the attack. I gotta see if you even hit this. Fucking hell. What a stupid thing. All right. I'm going to say, just because of how big he is and how ridiculous this, I'm going to give this a 1d8.
Am I rolling or are you?
You're rolling because you're rolling. You're
Can I
throwing.
technically roll because it is me doing the
Well,
damage?
I mean, you're just throwing Beef Chuck at him. Beef Chuck does not have a climbing speed. It is also not his turn to attempt to grapple onto this thing. So you are just throwing this giant steel snake at a spider in the corner. I don't care who rolls the D8. I just you're not proficient in. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that wouldn't matter because even if you had the negative, even if you only had the +3, it's fine. Yeah, we'll go with the 4.
I just would figure that it would knock him out of the stun him so he falls and loses traction.
You're not hitting with stunning strike or nothing like that. You just threw a giant snake at him.
Yeah, let me throw a giant snake at you, Lucas. Tell me that won't stun you and make you fall.
I'm also just a dude, not a giant spider. God. All right.
But that spider still has feelings, though, Lucas.
Yeah, he
I'd
does.
be pretty hurt.
I'm sure he's
Someone
very
threw a
upset.
giant metal snake at me.
I'm sure he's very upset. God damn it, Gerard, it's your turn.
All right. I throw Beef Chuck at the spider.
Yeah. You get underneath him, just like, all right, we're doing this.
See what we're doing. I'm gonna move up to where they're safe space. I can't see any enemies from there. Am I able to move around the holes without dying, or do I have to jump
as long
over
as
them?
you see them, and there, I made sure that there was space to get through here, so you could get to there.
Okay, that's where I want to go.
I wasn't gonna be a dick and put them like right there and make you guys jump every time because that's just obnoxious.
Oh, but it was so cool.
Nah, but it did make it a maze going through here, though.
All right, I'm just gonna blast I2.
Okay.
Bingo.
That's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
That's a 17 to hit.
Both hit.
That's 12.
Fuck.
That's 13.
God damn it. Fucking hell, I thought I would at least get that motherfucker out of the building before you fucking killed him. God damn warlocks. Alright. So as Gerard comes in, Neogiri and him jumping around these, Groff like pressing himself up against the one wall to get out of the way. Neogiri steadies himself as Gerard commands him, and he shoots 2 blasts up at the spider in the corner that you see is attempting to get out of the building this way, as the 2 blasts just hit into him, dropping the lifeless corpse to the ground.
Okay, can we get downstairs before more holes appear?
Combat is effectively over.
I go back to being my normal size.
Yes.
So you're just now on the first floor?
He is just down on the first floor now.
And then from there, I'm going back to the basement.
Okay.
Doesn't even say anything.
Why are you going
to
back
us.
down to the basement?
I was on
Do
the
you
first
know that
floor.
there's something there?
I
Yeah,
was
he
on the first floor. How can you
know.
talk to me, bud?
All right, fair point. You're right.
All right. So
Jesus
as
Christ.
Wu is heading back to the basement, what is everyone else doing up here?
I'm gonna check this room out.
Okay.
I'm gonna mention
Cast-
the
He's going to
I'm gonna
cast mending as he's walking, though, too,
Yeah.
to get over there.
I'm gonna mention that keyhole I discovered downstairs.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
keyhole.
Oh,
I have key.
yeah, I gave him the pendant from the owner or whatever.
Why do you need key? Oh, the key lock. Yeah.
Why do you need key? Oh, right, the keyhole you just mentioned.
I'm gonna go to the basement then.
So
Okay.
being with what I just saw Justin comment in the chat, here's how I want to imagine this scene playing out. Ravenchuck is over here and he's like, oh, I want to go check out this room. He walks this way. As he's about to step onto this platform, Smith's like, oh, hey, wait, I found the hole for the key down there. And he's like, key? I know a key. And he turns around, and you just saw like the look in Groff's eyes go, because Groff, being the one who has fallen through the most holes here, he's now starting to pick out the parts and pieces of where the floor is going to collapse. And as soon as he does that, you just see, like, as Ravenchuck's like, oh, I'll head to the basement, like, let's go. And you see Smith and him heading down there. You see this look of disappointment in Groff's face. Yeah,
Is
good.
Justin in the bathroom watching the stream to see what goes on?
I can only imagine, because he just messaged that. So, Gerard, where are you going?
I guess I'll take Groff and head down to the basement.
All right. You just... I'm
Come
not gonna...
along, Groff.
Oh, he's going to the bathroom. Okay. Yeah, you just hear Groff like, oh, son of a bitch. And one quick, like, arrow just right down into the floor. And as soon as this happens, he shoots right into the center of everything. And because of that, you see this massive hole appear in the floor from his arrow shot that just kind of collapses most of the ceiling on the main floor. Woo, as you look up, you just see the majority of the floor just fall down into the main floor, where you're, like, as you're walking through that door, heading back down to the basement, and you just see, like, a single arrow sticking up out of the top of it.
I'm gonna save this for later.
Yeah.
Did you hear me, Lucas?
I heard you say I'm going to save this for later.
Yep, as I pick up the arrow.
Okay. Oh,
The
no.
one straight arrow.
Don't you fucking dare. I would
did
not
7
allow that
damage.
to happen. All right.
No, Lucas will never let me play an archer.
I will let you play an archer. I just will not let you molest a gnome. As a shiver should go down Ravenchuck's spine. All right. So,
Where do I roll to shove this arrow up the ass?
So as you guys make your way back down, you see Ogden Ridley. He's standing down there. He's kind of like pressed up in the one corner. He has his bow pulled back, like ready. As soon as you guys walk in, he almost lets it go and then realizes who you are. He goes, "Oh shoot, okay. Whoo, it's you guys. I heard all the commotion upstairs. I was terrified of what was going on."
It was more spiders.
There was more up there? Oh, God, the heavens.
Still not the white and blue one that you saw. I don't
Yeah,
know
there
where it
was.
is.
Yeah, there was. What are you talking
That was the
about?
last one we just killed.
Was it?
Yes.
The one that was trying to escape?
The
Oh.
one that
Yes.
Gerard killed was the white and blue one.
No, we didn't see the one that you found. Oh,
yeah,
wait.
that
was
thing's
the one I
somewhere in the
killed.
village.
Listen, I don't want to hear it. I missed that part, just like how you missed all of last of P5, Aaron, so piss off.
Did I?
You just weren't there for the session last
Yeah, you
session.
just weren't there for the session.
Remember you had your meeting to go to at P5?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. He's like, so it was there? The white and blue one?
Yeah, it's dead.
I'm gonna tear his body apart later.
Oh, man, I was right. Oh, man. That really means that he's dead.
So where do I stick the key in? What hole
yeah.
do I need to stick
In the hole?
Yeah,
it was
what
over
hole?
here.
you
Which
see
hole?
it
There's
over
multiple
here.
holes.
You see it over there in the stone wall. There is just a hole in the wall.
It's called
Gosh,
And-
dang it! It keeps taking my token off of Ravenchuck
I don't
every time you change.
No.
It's a glory
Um,
hole, Ravenchuck. You know what to do.
know. As you
Stick it in.
as you stick this in, you press it the whole way back, and you see that it basically goes. If you did not have the little strap on it, that essentially turned it into a necklace. it would basically just be shoved the whole way and you'd probably never be able to retrieve it. But you push it the whole way in, and as soon as you do, you feel a mechanism inside of the wall start to shift, and as that happens, the stone shifts out of the way, revealing a chest and a small little secure alcove back here.
I'm gonna open it.
All right.
I hope there's no traps.
Actually, as you open it up, there is no traps.
Because
At
it's
least-
a mimic.
Because it's a mimic. No, so what you see inside is that it is this is a wooden box. It's about it's a few feet wide, or just like a foot or two wide, pretty deep, pretty tall. But as you open it up, you see that inside is a set of studded leather armor that has a bluish hue to it. Let me see 1 second. Yeah, I just gotta pull these up because I forgot to bring them up earlier. So you see a set of studded leather armor. You see that there is a lantern in there. There we go. You see a pair of goggles.
Dibs.
And
No.
you see that
Then
there
I get your old
is
one.
you see there is also what appears to be a like a cap, almost what looks to be like a swimmer's cap. And then additionally you see a small bag.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic, and pretty much everything in there is magic. The only thing that's not magic is the small bag. Of the pieces of magic, because if I'm not mistaken, Detect Magic only gives you the schools of magic that are around it. You can see there is, what would that be? I gotta look at something.
You always have to look at something.
I know. You see that there is mostly transmutation and divination. So transmutation being the school of magic that transmutes matter into other things, and divination being the magic to reveal information or find stuff.
What is the armor?
The armor is
which-
transmutation.
All right, I'm gonna take everything out, and
Okay.
I'm gonna put the goggles, the lanterns out, and be like, y'all can choose from that. I'm keeping the armor,
You
and I'm
also
gonna open the pouch.
you also see that the box itself is has transmutation magic tied to it.
Oh, and move that box back there. The chest is also magic of transmutation
So did you
of some
take
sort.
the cap and the armor? Because again, there was armor.
Just
There was armor, a lantern, goggles, a cap, and a bag.
no, I just take the armor in the pouch. That was it.
Okay. Okay.
I'll lay
Yeah.
everything else out for them to choose from.
So
All of this is magic, except for what I have.
and as everyone is taking a look at the lantern, goggles, cap, you open up this bag and it has 10 gems in it of varying colors.
So I know they are magic items. Would I be able to do Arcana check to figure out if I would, based of what the goggles or anything will do, or like I want to investigate the goggles first.
So you take a look at goggles. I mean, do you put them on at any point?
Yeah, I'll probably put them on just to see, because I know Groff has those thermal goggles, and I know he's been using them, so I'll see if they're like thermal goggles.
Okay, so what this is these are leather framed goggles with purple crystal lenses. As you put them on, you almost get like a better sense of what they are, and and you kind of get this you kind of get this like innate sense of what some of the like of the magic within these items. Like it becomes a little clearer to you to sense that these goggles have some kind of divination magic tied to them.
Interesting. So, like, I put the goggles on and I can tell what the other items do or whatever is what you're saying?
You feel like you could get a better sense of what they do.
Okay. I'm definitely going to keep these.
Okay.
I wanted those.
You
Just-
you
I
already
want
have goggles.
I want to see Groff walking around with 2 sets of goggles.
But yeah, what you do is you wear one around your neck and like one on your forehead, and then
Yeah.
you can just switch between the two.
So there's a lantern there, and there's also like a swimmer's cap.
I want the swimmer's cap and the chest.
I'll take
Okay.
the lantern.
Are you sure Smith doesn't want the lantern?
Maybe someone that took more than one item should give up an item for Smith.
So who's taking what? So Wu is taking the cap of water, or is taking the cap.
Yep. And then I'm gonna move the
The cap of what now?
Yeah.
Can
the
you
cap
finish
of
your
the
sentence?
cap of what?
And Groff was taking the lantern. So is that leaving the box for Smith?
I figured we
Yeah.
just leave the box here with Kyra and just kind of anything that Kyra gets that she can just put into there for us for later
Maybe
My
use.
character sees that Smith didn't get anything, so he'll offer him 5 gems.
So we have
And
Kyra
I'll just
running
say,
the end.
I hope we can be friends.
We have Kyra running the
Kill him,
end. We
Smith,
have
kill
Dr.
him. The
Kornstein
sword wants
keeping
you.
the dragons alive in the cave of the berserkers.
You guys got a lot around there.
I'm sorry, Dr. Blank, because his name's not Kornstein, we discovered. Okay, so what are these goggles, Lucas? As I'm also trying to figure out the other magical items.
I mean, they are magical items that the most you can gather from them is that the box has transmutation magic tied to it. The armor has transmutation magic tied to it. The lantern and the goggles both have divination magic tied to them, and the cap also has transmutation magic tied to them.
Okay.
So it would require somebody casting Identify to actually just give you those.
Yeah, I don't have that spell.
Right.
Hey Smith, I do give you 5 gems.
Pretty.
And I say, I hope we can be friends.
I'm sure we
I'll
could
nod.
find.
What would you say, Smith?
I'll just give him a nod.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I bet you Torx would be able to tell us what these items are. Since they're a traveling merchant, they might know all sorts of stuff. And didn't you say you wanted to talk to them anyways, Wu?
Yes, I did.
I would also remind that Ravenchuck does know Identify.
Speak up,
I
Ravenchuck.
do.
You do?
Oh yeah, I do.
I was waiting for
Yeah,
you to
ritual.
say it.
Is it a ritual or is it?
It is a ritual. No, it's a ritual. You can.
I'm a
You guys-
ritual cast Identify on the
Yeah.
armor and everything else.
Okay.
So we're gonna spend like 2 hours here.
You're gonna spend
Identifying
an hour because it's 11 minutes for each one.
I thought it was 10 minutes.
Well, it's 10 minutes plus the casting time, and Identify is a 1-minute cast.
Oh,
So, and there's
I thought-
6. Oh, it would be 5, yeah, but it would still be like an hour. All right. So, you guys spend an hour down here.
I'm gonna hand him my cap and I'm going to go tear apart the spiders that are upstairs.
Okay. Do me a favor, roll me 4 nature checks then. All right. So that is going to be One.
Nat 20.
Nice. Go ahead and roll those so that I can. There. You get 3 of the same icy web sacks.
Okay.
All right, so Ravenchuck. The armor
Yes.
that you have claimed for yourself is Mariner's Studded Leather. This gives you a swimming speed equal to your walking speed. In addition, whenever you start your turn underwater with 0 hit points, the armor causes you to rise 60 feet towards the surface. It is, as you cast this, you can see, you now see that etched into the armor, apropos to this, is that it is decorated with little images of fish and shells. So you can add Mariner's Studded Leather to your inventory. The lantern that Groff has is a Lantern of Revealing. While lit, the hooded lantern burns for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil, shedding bright light for 30 feet radius and dim light for an additional 30. Invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they're in the lantern's bright light. You can use an action to lower the hood, reducing the light to dim in a 5-foot radius.
Hey,
Yeah,
Lucas,
sorry.
do you mind sending me a message of that so I know how to spell it?
Yeah.
Of the
Give me-
armor?
IT.
Oh, here. Yeah, give me 1 second. I will add these to my. No, actually, I won't do that. Yeah, I will do this.
It was Lantern of Revealing, right?
Lantern of Revealing. Yep.
All right, got it.
Just erase all of those. Damn it. Sorry. There we go. It's just formatted real fucky. There we go. It's in the chat. Mariner Studded Leather, Lantern Revealing. The goggles are goggles of object reading that allow the wearer to have advantage on Arcana checks made to reveal information about a creature or object. In addition, you can cast Identify once a day. And the cap is the cap of water breathing. You can speak a command and use as an action to create a bubble of air around your head, allowing you to breathe normally underwater. The bubble stays with you until you speak the command word again, the cap is removed, or you're no longer underwater. And finally, the last thing that you check is the box. And this is known as the folding boat. This object appears as a wooden box that measures 12 to 18 inches long, 6 inches wide, and 6 inches deep. Weighs 4 pounds and floats and can be opened to store items inside. This item also has 3 command words, each requiring an action to use it. 1 command word causes the box to unfold into a boat 10 feet long, 4 foot wide, and 2 feet deep. The boat has 1 pair of oars, an anchor, a mast, and a lateen sail. Lateen sail.
Awesome.
It could hold up to 4 medium creatures comfortably. The second command word unfolds the ship into a 24-foot long, 8-foot wide, 6-foot deep ship with a deck, rowing seats, 5 sets of oars, steering oar, an anchor, deck cabin, and mast with a square sail, holding up to 15 creatures. And the third command causes it to fold back into a box, provided no creatures are aboard.
That boat is awesome.
That is a really good boat.
It's okay.
So, what time of day is it, by the way?
So
Lucas?
being that you guys spent about an hour down there, it is about 10:30 in the afternoon. At this point, the sun would it would be dim light out, not darkness, and Tord's shop would have opened up about a half an hour ago while you guys were down here.
Hey, Groff,
Aye.
can I have your bow and quiver real quick?
Why?
I'm gonna do something for you.
I'm gonna warn you right now. If you break it, they will not find your remains.
I'm not gonna break it. I don't think.
Alright, not reluctantly, but I cautiously hand him my bow and quiver.
Okay.
As they're doing that,
Uh,
Everard will say that boat will actually be beneficial to help. Because wasn't one of my visions going out to the lake or whatever, or the frozen lake?
No, it wasn't necessarily going out to a frozen lake, but there was there was a frozen lake in your vision.
Yeah, with the
Um,
map that I got.
Right.
Boat will definitely benefit us.
So what are you doing, Ravenchuck?
I'm going to cast Repeating Shot on his bow and take it off of my crossbow.
Okay. So, Gruff, you watch as Ravenchuck begins to infuse this item, turning your bow magical. Being that you hadn't changed any of yours, I have no issue with you switching up this non-magical item. Gruff's was non-magical, yes.
Yeah, it was just basic.
Yep. Yeah. So, however,
And I did
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna hand him his bow back, and that's it.
Yeah, you
I'm
see that
just gonna
he.
keep the quiver.
Yeah, you see that he starts maneuvering his tinkering tools over it. You see an arcane aura, and he is doing something that appears to be far more technical than you have seen in the past. And then he hands it back to you.
When he doesn't give me the quiver back, I'll be like, I need that part too.
No, you don't. Pull the string back.
I'll pull the string back.
As soon as you do, you see that a magical piece of ammunition appears knocked into the arrow string, or into the
Oh.
bowstring.
You're welcome.
That's fancy. And now I point the arrow at him and I said, "Give me all your gold, lad." No, I'm kidding. Thank you. This is great.
You're welcome.
Do you
This
let
is
the
a
arrow
robbery.
fly?
I will let it fly harmlessly
Okay.
in another direction.
As you shoot towards the wall, you see that it clanks off the icy stone and then vanishes.
Nice. So
Yeah, so if you
in game,
so if you assassinate somebody, they'll never know it was you.
Yeah, so in game, what this is that this has become a +1. This has become a +1 magic weapon. So you're gonna get that +1 to both attack and damage. And it now ignores the loading property if it had it, which a longbow really didn't. But if the weapon lacks ammunition, it produces its own, automatically creating one piece of magic ammunition when the wielder makes a ranged attack with it. The ammunition created by the weapon vanishes the instant after it hits or misses a target.
is there a different item I can replace my longbow with, or should I just make a note somewhere?
So here is what I will do. We are going to do that and damage bonus and reload your character sheet.
Do you mind also taking my crossbow off as my attunements or whatever?
Yep.
Because I don't know how to do that.
You basically go down into your inventory to where it says repeating shot, and you click repeating shot and just hit remove attunement. And we are going to choose for this to be a longbow. Create infusion. So that is... I'm going to remove the weight on that. So
I broke D&D Beyond.
Why? What'd you do?
I
Reload.
clicked
Reload your
remove.
character sheet. Yeah, because I was already in the process of doing it, so it got confused.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So.
Big Bertha. clubs.
All right. So after the hour of determining what everything is, what do you guys do?
I'm going to suggest we leave Kyra with the amulet gem and let her know about this little hidey hole.
Amulet gem?
The one that opened up this door?
Oh,
Oh,
the key.
oh, the key
Yeah.
necklace. Okay.
No. I was like, what amulet?
Amulet?
Gem?
Yeah.
No.
the Gem? Amulet?
No, it's not a gem or an amulet. It was a little like a little gold cylinder. It was a toothless key.
Okay. Well, I still think Kyra should hold on to that.
Okay.
So if she
I'm
needs
okay
to
with
store
that.
stuff into there, then do so. Now. But yeah, let's go talk to the people. The caravan people.
You see, as all this is going on,
Torg.
Ogden is like patiently sitting here, kind of watching all this, very fascinated by it all.
Oh crap! Now I have to kill him because he saw where our hidey hole was.
And as this is going on, he's like, "Oh man, that's cool. That allows you to like, see what things do and breathe under. Man, that's fast. That turns into a boat. You know what? That makes a lot of sense. Old DeGroots was real into fishing. He was an old treasure hunter, and would go down south and go looking for buried treasure. He said.
Has he ever found any?
Well, I imagine what you found in the bag might be what he found.
Wow.
I mean, from what you're describing, everything here sounds like something that someone out there trying to find treasure under the water might look for.
Or would have to try to look for treasure.
Yeah. And he's just like kind of taken aback by all this, and he's like, "Man, this is crazy to think that this was just sitting down here this whole time, man." Well, if you're heading over to speak with Torgs, I am all about that. It has been so long since she's been up here. She only visits every few months, not like down in Bryn Shander or Targos or East Haven where she's at all the time. A lot of times, she's more focused on those places because it's better money, I guess. But it's always a great time when she comes up here. We get really good stuff. I myself need to get some things of wine from her.
I mean, yeah, we're going there to talk to her, and I know Wu wanted to talk to her, and
Oh
I
yeah,
think
you guys looking to buy something from her?
not quite more so information.
Oh, what on your
Yes.
adventure here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not from around here at all, and since she goes everywhere, I figure maybe she'll be able to help me to get to know the area a little better. And
Oh, you kidding me? Yeah, everybody knows Torgs around here. And he kind of like looks at everyone. He's like, I thought most of you were actually from the Dale, but yeah, everyone from the Dale knows of Torgs. She's a merchant like no one's business. She's been out here for the longest time. Everyone kind of gets on. Everyone's on her good side for the most part. She's sharp-witted. I'll tell you what. Always got some good stuff there for you. Carrying around some lumber, some oils, blankets, furs, wine. She's got great wine. Ale as well. I even bought some medicine off of her one time. She's a good woman. What's that?
Do I know of Torg?
Yeah, actually, so Groff and Wu, and Ravenchuck, being that you guys have been in Icewind Dale and in more the populated areas you guys definitely know of Torgs. I mean, this has kind of been something that has been known, but more just, not really been as prevalent now. But as you guys are sitting there thinking about this, like, the three of you do know that Torga Ice Vein kind of has a very prominent position in 10 Towns, being that she is one of, like, the biggest merchants of this region. And I would say even probably Smith would know about Torga, considering a lot of the Goliath tribes do business with the 10 Town folk when they have to. So the main thing is that, she is very much very much known across all of 10 Towns.
I kind of want to bring our dead buddy into this room with his body split in half.
Okay.
Just so that if anybody does come in here, then they're not creeped out that a guy that they've seen walk around recently is dead.
Oh, you see Ogden's like, oh, that thing still creeps me the hell out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming there's like old blankets and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say maybe there's something in I'd say maybe there's we'll say that there's something in what draped over the armchair there.
Okay. So I want to wrap up the old owner skeleton.
Okay. Yep.
In that, and then when we go outside, I want to start burying him. And
so you're going to spend some time burying him, because keep in mind, this is like negative 50 degree outside. The ground is frozen weather. It's going to take you a little while to do that.
Probably not right now, but at least get him wrapped up for now. So when we do end up burying him, then
okay. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't just your immediate plan.
Yeah.
During this hour or so, during all this as well, I'll look at Ravenchuck and I'll be like, I still got to think of a name for my clockwork buddy. And I have a snake too, actually.
You already named him Albot.
Or Albot, but I meant like, I don't know. I was still very hesitant on the name Albot, but
right. Yeah, it's your call.
How about Alchuck?
Alchuck.
Oh no.
He'll be like, as much as I would love to name the mechanical Alchuck after Beachchuck the mechanical snake, I already have a flesh snake, a snake with flesh and bone. And Lucas, I'm gonna use my magical item to switch out Marcus and Chris.
All right. So you see Marcus, he nods, steps up to the orb that opens up. You see this green flame kind of emerge from it. And
we can't give him his original accent anymore. That's frowned upon.
Yeah, really. And a moment later, from the orb, you see a flying snake appear out of it.
Yay. No, I have two flying creatures.
You have a baby dragon?
No, not a baby dragon. This was a flying snake that I got a very long time ago from another warlock who wants me dead.
So, wyvern?
For the most part, sure. I'll just say, just for the sake of you, he can deal he can poison people, and you can say he's a green wyvern.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty close to a can't think of what they're that has an actual name. It's not a snake with wings.
I mean, it's called a flying snake.
It's called a flying snake.
No. You're thinking of
God,
It's what I named him after, Chrysolopeia.
Yep.
Chris Opelia. That's what flying snakes are called, which is why his name is Chris.
Oh.
But yeah, for the time being, I think I'm gonna have him out for a little bit, and as I
Okay.
just kind of turn to him, give him a small bit of like a morsel of food or whatever. Since the last time I saw him, he was dead.
Yep. Yep. Also, the last time you saw him, Nerith's magic was still imbued into him. So right now, you have at least no
Is the magic
non-magical way to speak to him.
is the magic still on him? I have those
No.
goggles now. Okay.
No.
Yeah, because I vaguely remember him telling me, going, well, now that he's dead, I can't re-put the spell on him.
I mean, granted, you are able to speak to speak with animals at will.
Oh yes.
He just has a fairly low intelligence, but like I said, it's now that he was killed, his the magical restraints or the magical essence that was put on him by Nerith is gone.
Yes.
All right. So that all happened. Yeah. So you see Ogden. He's like, "Holy shit!" He's like, "Damn, that's interesting. Where'd you get that?"
I got it from my patron. He, basically, I came to the Dale trying to help my patron and find his.
Somebody.
That, no, that's not why I got it. I mean, got the flying snake because they want to kill me, but that's besides the point.
They want to kill you because you killed their flying snake.
True. No, they didn't want to kill him. They wanted to take a finger.
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah.
Potato, potato.
But yeah, it's essentially for my patron and all of that good old fun stuff with magic, and basically here trying to find his mythical horse and trying to maybe spread the word about companion battles, because they do that down where I'm from.
Down yonder?
Down south along the Sword Coast. There's a pirate down there. He smells really bad.
When he brings this up, Groff,
Like you?
Groff, when he brings this up, you actually like realize for the first time what Gerard is referring to when he brings this up. You remember just a few years ago hearing about something like that, and this big group of people that was up in arms about like going out and collecting up a bunch of small animals and basically making them fight one another.
So I just remember hearing about this animal fighting ring, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. It was like something from the far east that had not come over to the west side of Faerun yet.
God, that hurt my ears.
What me?
Yeah, I don't know what you did with it. Whatever you said made a loud squeak, and it.
Oh,
Ooh.
that was weird. But yeah, you remember hearing about that when you were down in Baldur's Gate still.
I think I'll just keep that to myself for right now.
Okay.
But yeah, so Eduard will explain it a bit more, going, it's essentially like you wouldn't kill the animals, but you would have them fight until they're defeated, and there's usually prize money involved, fame, that sort of stuff.
Ogden's like, wow. You know what? If you want to get in, I gotta say, if you guys are going over to talk to Torgs, if you're talking to her about that, I'm sure that might be something that she's into. She might be able to get you an inn in some of the bigger towns. Like I said, she does a lot of dealings down south, outside of towns. That's how she's able to get us all this merchandise up here and all these goods. So she might be one that you want to talk to. She's real big into animals. She got these dogs that she keeps with her. They're the ones that pull her caravan and everything. So she might be able to help you out with that. I'm sure she would be interested in something like that if you talk to her.
Like we said, we do want to talk to her and get some information. I'm hoping to get this information and hoping that Wu gets the information he needs. So
Yeah.
All right. Guess we can head up. Like I said, I need to get some. I get some wine from her. It's been a while since I've been able to get that.
I'll look to Neoguri and I'll say, in Sylvan, if the wine is cheap, we'll try it since you have peculiar tastes of your alcohol.
Neogiri looks at you, and in the Sylvan, he says, "If the wine is cheap, let's drink it deep."
We made my Tanuki an alcoholic.
Oh,
That was from the very beginning.
Yep, at the very beginning we made him an alcoholic.
All right. So with that, you guys head out of the White Moose Inn. You start to make your way across town. No, this is going to be a slightly different map than I was using. This is going to have all the maps that you guys have been to for reference. You got Bryn Shander, Bremen, Targos, Lonelywood, and Termaline.
See, darkness. There it is.
Yep.
While we're
I see
walking
darkness
across,
and dead bodies.
if I see like a cloak that's for sale, I would like to buy it.
Okay. Like what kind of cloak?
All right, that is not what I see.
Just a normal cloak.
Okay.
That's probably black because there's something I want to do.
Cool. All right. So,
Cloak
As
of
you-
Elven King.
as you guys make your way up through the up across the front of Lonelywood here, you can see those icy tracks that were leading up to the north that you guys saw when you first went over to the Ramshackle. And as you follow them up, now that the sun has, peaked, or at least there is dim light, you see a fairly big commotion going on up next to the Lucky Liar. And it's there that you can see this caravan of goods that's being laid out, around which you see these four very large burly men. See a couple caravans sitting there with some campfires set out, and standing amongst them in very warm clothing, you see a dwarven woman. And you can see there's a couple of the commoners that are that have come up, and they're looking through the goods and everything.
It's
And
marked in red. That means enemy. Kill them all.
What? Kill?
God damn.
Roll
So-
for initiative.
This is the picture of who you see. And there is a sign that is kind of hanging up on the two lampposts that are there, as well as on the carts that says Torg's Provisions and Supplies. At Torg's, we've got the goods: wood, flint, tinder, whale oil, snake oil, blankets, furs, rations. What the hell just happened to my app? There we go.
Yeah, I just saw that say he disconnected and then an error code and then
There we go. Blankets, furs, rations, wine, medicine, and select
Lucas.
poisons. What? Are you guys not seeing the map?
Yeah, it deleted the map. Our characters is still there, but it deleted the map.
I could see it on stream, but that's really about it.
Can you guys see it now?
Let me refresh the page. I just see. Oh, maybe that's why we have to reselect our tokens again.
Oh, how's that better?
Yep. Yep, there we go.
I don't know why I had line of sight on for some reason.
I don't like how we have to click our token every fucking time.
You only have to do it if it's line of sight, I believe.
You
Which I did
also
just
have
turn
to
that
do
off.
it. You also have to do it if you play in 2 separate campaigns with 2 separate tokens.
Yep, that is the sad truth. So
What if you
it's-
name them the same thing in both campaigns?
it confuses the shit out of it. Which is actually that's why I had to name Smith's character on here Smith Thunderbeast. But on this
Is that his name for every single character?
Yes.
no, not
Like,
every
it's
single
always-
character.
90%.
Remember
he's pla-
Voltom?
Yeah, he played Voltom. Smith, didn't you also play a necromancer whose name wasn't Smith?
You say that as if that was his only character.
Smith.
He's
Yeah.
played Smith with a Y.
No, I played a necromancer. I don't know what his name was though.
I think that was the thing though. That was for the Delphor one shot that I ran where you guys found out that the baker had killed himself and was being turned necromantic.
Yeah, because Smith created a zombie army of the bread maker, and the ending was Smith getting basically crucified for doing that.
Yeah. Smith ended up being like the antagonist of it. But I swear to God, his name wasn't Smith. But no, I looked this up just the other day. You played a wizard named Smith, a paladin named Smith with a Y, a cleric named Smith. You're playing a barbarian named Smith, and you're also playing simultaneously another wizard named Smith.
Wow.
I mean, hey, Smith like Smith. What can you say?
You should become a blacksmith and then name yourself Smith.
No,
We've been trying
I have
this.
one.
That's
No,
the thing. I want to see Smith play one who is a blacksmith who's black. As racist as it is, I want to see him play the blacksmith.
Oh, there goes Twitch 2.
There's TOS. Yeah, there goes TOS. So anyway, the sign on here, like I said, says everything they have. The next line, though, it says, "We now also provide bounty hunting services upon request. Pop-up locations shift between Bryn Shander, East Haven, and Targos."
Motherfuckers are stepping into my shit.
So, yeah, you guys walk up. You see her standing there. She's talking to a few commoners that are going about their browsing here. Do you guys actually do you guys approach her?
I would be looking at some of the wares and whatnot, and then I'll eventually approach her and just try striking casual conversation.
Where did they come from?
I'm putting the commoners in.
Oh, okay.
That's more enemies. That's more XP.
These are the commoners that are looking around right now.
I cast Fireball.
I cast stay out of here, we're shopping.
Basically, what Ravenchuck cast was fuck off.
I cast COVID and make the store empty again.
Yeah, you guys walk up, kind of seeing you guys approach, and she kind of takes a notice of you as you all step up, and she looks at the one commoner that she's talking to, and she says, "Oh, give me a minute. I see some potential customers here, some that I have never seen before." And she walks up as you guys are heading up, and she says, greetings. I haven't seen the likes of you around here before. Anything strike an interest?" See, Ogden at this point, he is heading over to the cart that has all the ale on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is quite the sight for her, especially because now there's this giant mechanical snake. There's a magical raccoon dog, a mechanical owl, a flying snake, a dwarf, a Goliath.
Yeah, you're telling me, man, constantly having to fucking load all of these little icons. Love it.
I mean, out of combat, we could just have Neoguri. We don't need every one of my companions.
Yeah,
around. We could just
well,
have
they're gonna
Neoguri
be
for
there.
the
I already
support.
loaded them. Yeah, she comes up. She says, "Yes, how can I help you? See some new faces around here."
Are you King Kai?
No, that's my cousin.
Oh.
No, that's not the voice. God damn it, Goku! No, that's my cousin. You guys also notice floating around here, looking through the wares, is Nimsy Huddle.
Who?
She's the town master. She's the one that you guys stayed the night at.
Gotcha. So, I am going to be like, I'm gonna ask her multiple questions about the blue-eyed
Oh God.
blue eyes white dragon.
Blue
Okay.
eyes, white dragon.
So I'm gonna ask her if the fellow with the the piercing blue eyes like ice, has he been traveling with you guys long?
You see, she kind of raises an eyebrow at that comment, and she looks over at one of the guards that's standing here.
As soon as Wu says that, Erard will just go to look at the ale and the wine.
She looks at you, kind of raises an eyebrow. She turns back to one of the guys that's standing around, and like calls him over, like steps over to him, whispers something in his ear, and you see that he shrugs his shoulders. She says, what about it?
Has he been traveling with you guys long?
For a few months.
Has he ever given you guys any issues while you guys were in town at all?
No,
Like caused any problems or?
never once. He's one of my personal bodyguards, in fact. I've been employing him ever since he showed up.
Yeah, because we had heard rumors that he was doing had heard rumors that in other towns that you guys have traveled in, that words be hard right now.
Oh, this is this caravan. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, quick, Ravenchuck, explain you're a doctor and we found him cut in half.
I'm a doctor, guys. It's okay.
No.
Don't worry, man. Wu is brain dead. I'm a doctor.
She looks at you and she says, look, come on, spit it out. I don't have all day. All right, I have a lot of customers here. I gotta get as much off of these carts as possible, and then I have to get going. So come on, spit it out. What is your question?
We've heard rumors that he was doing raffles? Not raffles.
Lotteries.
I'm gonna just lean
Lotteries.
into Wu's ear and just say
Lotteries.
there's
And
rumor of him killing
was
people.
killing people that were trying to pay to not be part of said lottery. Do you know anything about this?
She kind of pauses. Again, she looks at you. She looks back at one of her guards. She says, so you're asking me if Sefik was killing people who were trying to break the lottery system that has been established in the towns that partake in it? Is that what you're asking? In Bryn Shanda, Targos, and East Haven, where they do the lotteries to appease the Frostmaiden.
Yes.
She kind of looks at you and she like shrugs her shoulders. She's like, look, I don't really care. Okay? That's his business. That's not mine. She goes over and she smacks the paper that's on there. She says, you see this? Bounty services. I'm in the job. I'm in the game. Okay? Somebody comes to me and says, hey, I heard that this guy paid to get his name out of the lottery and I'm putting another coin on his head. What do you think's going to happen, huh? What do you think's going to happen? People that are breaking the rules, people that are breaking the establishment, they're going to get found out. Okay? So, if your question is he doing it? Hey, I haven't seen him do it. Okay? If you're asking me if people have gone missing because they have tried to break the rules, well, you know what? Welcome to Icewind Dale, baby. This is a place where rule breakers live.
Interesting. Do you have any bounties that you are currently working on that you might need help with?
Currently, no. She kind of like when you change the subject to that, or whenever you address that, she kind of raises an eyebrow and she like looks you up and down. She says, "Currently, no." She's like, "But you know what? Every so often you get some news from the south. Someone's come up to the Dale to disappear. Someone's come up around here, but I mean, news is always flying in."
Wait, Rard's gonna disappear.
Can I do an insight check to see how much of
Sure.
she's been telling me?
Yeah, go and roll me an insight.
Are you trying to see if there's a bounty on Auror's head placed by a town master?
Wait, how do you have advantage on insight?
That is a great question.
Oh, is that from your helmet? That's from your stone rune. Yeah, advantage on insight. She looks at you. She's a hard read. She is a hard read, this woman.
Even with a 23?
With a 23, you can tell there is when you said, do you have a bounty that you're currently working on? There was a moment that kind of didn't sit right with you. But you couldn't really place it. Oh, give me 1 second before you address that.
This is how you guys never hear from Aurard ever again.
He's going.
I hope we don't.
He's getting drug into the circle. When the fuck did you change your picture to that?
Just now. Just now.
What is it?
You've never seen it?
From the image that I was looking at, I couldn't tell what it was.
What is it?
It's the Dungeons and Dragons DM.
Oh, it is. You're right. Oh, he's going to get his robe. Yep.
Oh god damn it! You saw the same picture.
Fucking Tarot over here calling me out on my own goddamn stream like I don't just have the DM outfit hanging on a goddamn hook in the corner of my room.
Just in case. It's
just in case, just to have it around.
I literally just looked at his profile picture and I'm like, oh, Lucas is gonna go grab his robe.
The second I saw it, I was like, oh, come on, baby.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm so glad you have that. That's great.
Oh, just gotta keep this on. Unfortunately, I got a super fat neck, so I can't put that on right. All right. So anyway, back to what we were doing. Torga, you are able to tell that there is a little bit. There's a little bit that she's not telling you.
Yeah.
What that is, and it is related to the bounty.
Gotcha.
You see that as you guys are starting to have this conversation that's a little bit more focused, you can see the two guards kind of take a few steps closer.
Do I see any wine? I'm keeping an eye on what's going on over there, but I'm also like trying to blend in with the common folk for the most part with our new friend here.
You do see the one guard. He's kind of like positioning himself a little bit past you, Gerard, like allowing you to get a better look at the wares. Ogden's standing there, and you can see Ogden is like looking through them, and he goes, "Oh shoot, they got Baldur. Damn, they got wine down from Baldur's Gate. That's expensive. Look at that price. Look at that price, Gerard. Look at that price. 5 gold. 5 gold for a bottle of wine. It's disappointing."
That's definitely up there in price for a bottle of wine. But
but you know what? I gotta say, unfortunately, it's generally really good wine.
Yeah, I ain't got much gold. I might be looking towards this cheaper section here.
Yeah. And he, you walk over with him. You see that they have like gallons of ale for a gold apiece. He's like, you know what? I'll tell you what. It gets you drunk just as easy, right, boy?
Get you just a drink?
Yep.
Get you just a drink. Do you know how fucking long I spent today practicing my southern pronunciation of oil? Of like, oh yeah, they got whale oil.
Oh,
Aw,
I
Oh,
it's just
See,
Oh.
Luke,
it's
see,
two
Lucas,
O's
those
and an L.
Fortnite gas station talks
That's
work.
right. Hey, buddy, yeah, I fill you up. Aw.
hey man, it's for car slave.
I'm gonna ask her how much wine and ale that she has currently.
She looks back over at the wagon. You can see that there's a few folks just kind of milling about, and she says, "Well, right now, sorry, well, Jesus," she says, "Right now, I'm sitting on about a good 10 gallons of ale, and I got about a dozen bottles of wine that I'm trying to get rid of."
So where do you and Wu's gonna ask, where do you normally get all of this ale and stuff from?
She gives you a quick wink. She says, "Ha, trade secret. Sorry, I'm not gonna give that one up."
Well, he's gonna be like, well, if you ever want to dispense to an inn, let me know, and maybe we can work out a deal. We just opened up a tavern, an inn.
it's
Oh.
not technically opened. It needs repairs.
I was gonna
Oh.
say, open is a
Water.
very strong.
What, around here in
word.
Lonelywood?
Yes, we just acquired the old inn that was here. We still need to do some fixing upping, and hopefully maybe we can do some business down the road with some of your fine ale wares that you have.
Well, tell you what, I got some business to handle up at Revel's End. Which, when she says that, those of you that are from the Dale, and this would go for Smith, I mean, this is literally everyone who's talking to her. You guys know that Revel's End is a place just north of here, about 4 days travel. That is a kind of like a high security, or like a maximum security prison.
Huh.
So, yeah, it's like it's a panopticon. So essentially there's like a massive tower in the center of it that overlooks everything. But it's set right on the edge of the sea of moving ice.
Interesting. Well,
So
when you get back in town, either get a hold of me or you can get a hold of Kyra. She will be more so working on while we are adventuring and doing other things if we're not here in town taking care of the inn.
she nods and she says, "All right. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I will. Would you say her name was Kyra?"
Yes, I did.
All right. Yeah, I'll be in touch. That's some good business there. If you open up in Lonelywood, it's a nice stopping place between here and Revels whenever I need to go make a journey. I don't get up here too often, so it's not going to be something that I'll be making, a crazy trip up, coming up around the lake is a bit of a pain in the ass, if you know what I mean. It's the same as trying to get up to Caer Konig. It's just sometimes not worth it.
Yeah, maybe here in a couple weeks we might actually have a system where you can travel from here to Brenshander across the lake. Who knows?
You mean Tagos?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say. I mean, yeah. Gotcha. Well, you know what though? With how bad that ice flow is down there, you better have something that's good moving through there. If you know what I mean. You don't want to be sinking all of our wares.
I'm waiting for Wu to just
Oh.
drop. You mean like a plesiosaur?
You see, while this conversation is going on, Nimsy walks up, and she says, "Oh, I must say, I'm rather overjoyed by the conversation that I'm hearing. Trying to get Lonelywood on the map is definitely something that I would be well in support of. Now that lumber is going to be back into production, and you see that Torgs kind of raises, looks in surprised. And she says, "What? You finally got that settled?"
Oh yeah. We're also the owners of the White Moose Inn. We're also the ones that killed the White Moose.
And she stops for a moment, and, like, it's taken this long. She looks at all of you. She goes, I heard about you, you know? Yeah. Dwarf, Goliath. Yeah, guy with 2 swords. Okay. Yeah, you're the ones that were helping out down in Bremen and, you know, dealing with the dwarves out in Brinshanda. You know, getting them their ore back and dealing with that creature in the lake. When I passed through there, I heard that you guys had just cleared out the gem mine in Tamerlane.
Yeah.
Well, she looks at all of
mayhem.
yeah. She looks
Rest
at all
in
of
peace, Kevin Altman. You're not dead, but you're not a part of this group anymore.
she pauses and she says, "Yeah, you know what? If we do business, we'll just to save myself a little face. Let's until you guys aren't spat upon over there, kind of keep my name out of your mouths."
Spat upon where?
Who says that?
And she says, the entire east side of 10 Towns can't stand you. They've heard about this group. I forget what they were calling you, something like Mayhem or something like that. But you know, like getting rid of that creature out in the lake and, you know, going and rescuing that guy up on Kelvin's Can, helping the dwarves over in Brinshanda, the gem mine. I mean, now once the news of you guys killing that, dealing with that moose has gotten around, I'm sure that news is going to hit them just as quickly. And, you know, they're dealing
the guy who's trying to kill people and take over his own town by overthrowing shit.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, it's a long story.
Not a story that I heard, apparently. But she's like, she kind of like, you know, looks around and she says, yeah, you know, they're dealing with their own stuff over in the other towns. I mean, you got Kerr Koenig. Their townmaster hasn't been seen in weeks. Or sorry, Kerr Dinaval. I meant to say Kerr Dinaval.
I thought that's what you meant. I was very offended.
Yeah. Kerr Koenig, they're apparently being, you know, robbed left and right by some you know, invisible thieves. No one's been able to capture them at any turn. Dugan's Hole down there to the far south near the mountains, they've just been attacked left and right by winter wolves. East Haven, I'll tell you what, they just caught an evil wizard who was out there killing adventurers. And Goodmead, well, she kind of looks over at Nimsy and gives her a quick jab with her elbow. She says, their townmaster just recently killed by a 9-foot-tall giant. Apparently the giant stole their entire shipment of mead and food and resources. So, without much help from anyone else around there, Goodmead might be no mead very soon. Yeah, no. Your name has gotten around throughout the towns already. And they're kind of feeling the burn over there cuz, you know, they're hearing about all this stuff coming out of the west side of town. And it's not looking too good. So look, I'm willing to do a little bit of business on the DL. When I get back from Revel, we can talk. All right, we'll come up with some kind of, you know, come up with some business plan, but, you know, we're just, like I said, until you guys kind of clear things up around there and, you know, your name isn't spat upon, we'll just try and keep our business relations right here between us, gesturing to, like, Nimsy and your group.
Yeah.
So, how much is it going to cost for all your mead?
All the mead? Shoot. Well, probably gonna end up having to fight some of the folk about it. But she nods and she says, "Well, that'll be That'll be 5 gold for all the ale. And, yeah, about 100 and... It'll be 10 gold apiece for each bottle of wine.
Weren't you just trying to sell it for 5 gold?
You
over
don't
on the
know that.
fence?
Wu doesn't know that. He hasn't seen the stand. You're not there. You're on the first floor.
I mean, even I will say that Wu might assume that that price is a little high.
He's gonna talk to her and be like, pretty sure that price seems a little high for the good stuff.
And she looks at you and she gets this smile on her face. He says, yeah, well, you know what? I might be doing myself a disservice by doing business with you. So I'm going to need a little bit of, metallic reassurance.
A sword?
No. Coin.
I
Gold.
was gonna.
Do you have the black
how much
cloak
of the
maybe?
bottles do you have?
She has a dozen of them. As you look over your shoulder, you can see that there's a dozen of them on the cart.
I was gonna say, Lucas, just for the sake of argument and disposition, this is when Erard will come back holding like a cheap bottle of wine that's only a gold apiece and be like, "Hey, can I purchase this for a gold?" As it's still labeled 1 gold in front of Wu and everyone.
She goes, yeah. You know what? That one, yeah, that's the only one that's not 10 gold apiece. I picked that up from some random brewer that was looking to try and get his name around. Some gnome claimed that he made it in this giant gourd. Is trying to sell it around, so I don't even know what the hell that swill is.
You know what? For me and my
Gold
animal
checks out for me.
companion, it'll do. I'll give her the 1 gold, and then I'll look at her and be like, also, whenever you're done talking to the group here, I do wish to talk to you about something very interesting that you might be interested in, as I was informed about by some of the townspeople.
So, I'm assuming there's one style of bottled mead.
Yeah, she just
Aaron,
has 12.
what do you-
Yeah, she has 12 bottles of wine there, and they're each 10 gold apiece.
What are you gonna do with meat, Aaron?
Don't have an in yet.
Bruh, let me worry about that.
He's gonna buy it and try reselling it for double the price to the other inn.
He's gonna buy 10 gallons of ale. That's the thing, though. It's Torgs is not supplying the Lucky Liar. The Lucky Liar is sourcing her own.
Wow.
Oh yeah, she does have her own, doesn't
Yeah, she has. Yeah, that's the thing. She has ways of sourcing her own stuff. So like, what you're buying off of Torgs is just like what she's trying to offload.
Oh.
Because you kind of, like, whenever she explains this, you kind of get a sense that, like, when she's down in Bryn Shander and East Haven and Targos, in, like, the 3 major cities of Icewind Dale, that, like, she probably has a lot more, considering the considering the 10 trail that leads up from the Sword Coast, goes directly into Bryn Shander. She probably has a lot more here. What she has right now is fairly just like the scraps and what most people can't afford.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay, love you too.
Love you too, buddy.
Oh, can y'all hear my TV? I mean, my mom.
I heard something. I'm gonna check out the cart, see if there's anything special that I can see while searching through them.
Like, what are you looking for? Or are you just, like, looking to see what she sells?
Yeah, just looking to see what she sells, see if
Oh,
there's
yeah.
anything
She
that kind
sells
of really catches my
seashells.
eye. By the seashore. But in the meantime, I gotta go upstairs talk to my dad. I'll be back.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I guess that's when Erard will be like,
Sure.
So I heard from a companion of ours that you really enjoy animals and everything else, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm
She kind of gestures back. It's not on the map here, but you see off to the side, she has this tent that stood up. It's made out of like what you would imagine exotic linens and material. You can see that there's like 2 torches standing next to it. There is a guard standing in front of that one, and it's big enough that you would imagine it could maybe house like a dozen, like a dozen dogs. You can see from the flickering fire that's on the inside, there does appear to be shapes of sleeping dogs in there.
Oh, I love sleeping dogs.
It was a great game.
I
It
would
was.
love to see your dogs eventually, but as you can see myself here, he'll gesture to the mechanical owl that's on one shoulder, the flying snake that's wrapped around his arm, and the magical raccoon dog that's at his feet. You know, I'm trying to bring like companion battles. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They're really big where I'm from. Closer up here, spread word about it and go from there.
Oh, you're one of them. You're trying to the ones who like to fight little animals.
Fight essentially, yes, but we don't kill them. I mean, we usually get the mutual respect out of them. I mean, I've like all 3 of mine and most of my other animal companions I have grown very, very close to.
She nods. She says, "Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. Not gonna lie, you know. But you teach their own, I guess. You know, I'm out here. You know, I'm out here taking people's lives for gold, right? You know." She kind of gives you this like hearty shove in the chest.
Yeah, which is essentially not the same as having the companions fight each other and not
Yeah,
kill each other. But
right.
Yeah.
You put a couple coins on. You got a gambling ring of murdering small furry animals. Look, what's your question here?
I was curious if, since you've been traveling around and whatnot, if you've ever. Assuming that you've heard about it, but why is there like none of those going on this side or
Well,
in this area?
I mean, from what I've heard of it, you know, I know that it comes from the south, that it's really been introduced down there. You know, I've heard big things about it from out on the far east. One of the reasons why I heard it really hasn't picked up around here is there was at one time this man who was trying to introduce it ended up getting eaten by a dragon. Tragic story. He was one of the biggest proponents of it, and a lot of the little critters he had with him just destroyed instantly, burnt by a dragon as he was, you know, out and about. He was the last one that I heard who really, you know, had a big pickup on it, other than the small, other than like, you know, the smaller minor settlements along the way that are still practicing it. From my guess, it's probably just the fact that nobody really knows too much about it, or has seen it. You know, that's one of the downsides of it being so far on the East Coast. It's just probably not getting out of here as easily. You know, there's a lot of space between here and the East.
Yeah.
She says, you know, but depending on if that's something that you're into, you know, I'm sure that if you told people about it, you might get some folk up here that would be, you know, into it. A lot of people up here need some entertainment right now. So I think you have probably a good captive audience.
Okay, I just wanted to know your opinion on it, and
My opinion on it, I'm not a huge fan, but like I said, my opinion shouldn't matter too much to you, kid.
and going back on the whole dragon thing, I guess he just wasn't really that good because I've actually gotten 2 dragon wyverns, 2 white dragon wyverns,
Oh,
not too far down from here.
yeah.
And
I don't know. I don't know too much about the story. I heard that for whatever reason when I heard he was out there trying to catch some kind of little dragon, ended up pissing off one of its other kin.
oh, I guess he just wasn't as good as he thought he was, because it's definitely a dangerous trade.
Yeah, I can
I
imagine.
came across a plesiosaur, a yeti, wolves, polar bears, flying
Yeah.
snakes.
Up here in the Dale, and when you kind of bring that up, she does pause. She says, "Yeah, speaking of which, you know, You got that flying snake on your shoulder. Gotta say, there's a guy, good friend of mine you might want to meet down in Tagos. He's real big into those things.
Yeah, we've already met.
Oh, yeah?
Everard just kind of nods his head slowly and he goes, We're not on 100% good terms. This is actually his snake that he gave it to me as a gift, but we're
Oh.
not on good terms right now, so I'm trying to avoid him at all costs for the time being.
You see a knowing smile come to her face. She pats you on the shoulder, and she gives you this wink, and she says, no, believe me, he's not always on the best side of my life either.
I'll just slowly nod and be like, I've come across a few of those people that he has kept an eye on, I guess I should say. Luckily, I'm one of the people that were able to get out with my whole body intact, for now at least. It's been something for a kid like me, I'll tell you that, but welcome to the Dale, as I heard you say.
That's right, baby. So she gives you a big pat on the arm and she says, well, maybe we can work some business at some point. She says, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right?
Yeah. I that's one way to put it for now, because we're definitely not on good terms. And I'll just lean in and whisper, be like, you don't have a snake tattoo that he's gonna hear this whole conversation, right? I've already ran into a guy like that.
She leans in and she says, no, but you never know who's listening, right? She gives you a friendly pat on the arm.
Oh God, I hate this entire continent.
You shouldn't have said anything, man. You should not have said anything about that snake.
Oh, at this point, right now, all Everard knows is that he wants him alive because he believes that there's some great magical power within him that he can use, which Lucas is ever so slowly allowing my character to know throughout the time frame.
So with that, Torga looks at all of you and she says, well, unless someone else has any business with me, please shop around, enjoy yourself. I'll be here for a few hours and then we gotta get going.
Oh, why are you heading up north, if you don't mind me asking?
Business.
Business? I figured that was going to be the answer.
Yeah. She says, look, I don't want to get you too involved. You know what they say, no one ears know too much. I don't go around spouting all my dirty laundry to everyone that I meet for the first time. She kind of nudges you in the chest.
Oh, there's a lot more than what I just explained to you, but like you said, enemy of my enemy is a friend.
Right. So with that, I think that this is actually a pretty decent time for us to call it for the night. If you guys want,
What's for sale?
Level up.
Level up
No.
with sale, long rest?
I just want to buy a black cloak, and that's it.
Yeah, I will say that as part of her blankets and furs, she would have a cloak. 1 second. Yeah, where is? No, fuck. Is there not just a thing? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that it is going to be it's gonna be 2 silver because it's just like a basic cloth cloak.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So, like I said, I think that's where we're gonna call it. Holy crap! I have
Anything good for sale?
Sorry, what's that, Smith?
Anything good for sale?
Like I said, there is over on the far right cart. You can see that there is some cut wood, Most of it you would imagine would be good for like firewood, stuff like that. You can see that she has boxes of flint and tinders. Not only that, she has flasks of whale oil, as well
What are
as
fake medicines?
what's that?
Fake medicines?
I have that listed there because I accidentally put the fake medicine on there. Whenever I copy and paste that, she has medicines. So
That may or may not be real.
she has. Well, the only reason why I technically put that is because in that poster she has, it's whale oil and snake oil. So she's not technically lying.
Nothing exotic though.
Nothing-
Or magical.
Right, nothing exotic or magical. What kind of Wu surmised as well. A lot of what she has kind of seems like the odds and ends of what she's trying to offload before she makes the trip up north. Considering there's no like major road that leads up to Revel's End, she's probably aiming to travel lighter that way.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, the vials of minor poison, that is really the only one that is like overtly like an actual item, which is a minor basic poison where a creature takes 1d4, it takes half of a 1d4. It's basically just a coin flip, 1 or 2. Because it's mostly used, you can see on there that it's mostly used for vermin and rats.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So yeah, like I said, if there's anything on there that over the week, if you guys do want to buy, just put it in the chat there because you guys will have that opportunity, and then you guys can do whatever you want from there.
How does the wine taste?
The one that you're drinking,
Yes.
you uncork it. You even see Torga kind of standing there, like, watching you drink this. It kind of, like, even though it is, like, -50 out, it tastes like warm, gnomish spit. It even has a bit of, like, a thicker feel to it.
Yep. Nope. I just hand it straight to Neoguri after I take a small sip. All yours, buddy.
Neogiri takes it, swills back a mouthful, kind of swishes it around his mouth, spits it out, and just looks up at you and goes, That's probably the worst gold you spent. Probably along the way.
I don't know. I still say the worst gold I spent was on you back in the other country, but
I think Smith would drink it. You should try giving it to him. Smith will probably drink anything.
Yeah. I'll just take it from him, and I'll turn to Groff and be like, "You're a dwarf, and you said that all alcohol's good alcohol, right? All yours, buddy.
I don't
It's a
remember
gift.
saying that.
It's a gift from me to you."
I politely decline.
Just try it, man. I'm right here. If anything bad happens, I'll take care of you. I'm a doctor.
Look,
He
my
is a doctor.
family makes wines and ales and stuff like that, and I know horse spit when I see it.
Is
I
he telling
imagine-
the truth about that?
I imagine if Aaron was here, Woo's ears would be burning. Because that is not information that Groff has revealed to Woo yet.
And we're keeping it that way.
Yeah.
Is your family actually winemakers?
Aye.
Oh, that's pretty cool. My family is a family of hunters, except for me. I'm a doctor.
You can't get drunk off of being a doctor.
Well, you can get high though.
Good point. Let's talk in private sometime.
we had a doctor that had a pill addiction.
That's true.
And a needle addiction. And a drink addiction. And I'm pretty sure he liked weasels in a way that maybe isn't natural.
I mean, you do like walruses in a way that isn't natural.
That is natural, don't you judge me.
Just
I
the
mean, if you
horrified
say
look
so.
on Just the horrified look on Aurard's face. He'll just look at Ravenchuck and be like, You didn't have to sleep in the tent next to him and the walrus. It was horrifying.
I wasn't even there for it.
Where the
I just hear
hell?
people talking about it.
Where the
The-
hell
the-
is Aaron?
He
Just,
said he had to
talking
go
to his
upstairs
dad.
or something. Yeah.
just
He had to go talk to his dad.
Everard's just standing next to Ravenchuck and just like, he took a walrus into his tent, and I didn't know if the noises were from the walrus or from Groff.
They all sound the same.
Who's giving it? Who's taking it?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
I mean, I'm kind of
Switches.
curious now.
The walrus is a switch, so I abide by that.
Hey, who's giving it? Who's taking it, Gruff?
I'm telling you, the walrus is a switch. We switch it up about halfway
Oh,
through.
okay, okay.
It was the first time I discovered that Groff can talk to animals.
Oh, I can talk to
You,
animals.
you can
all
also
right.
talk to animals.
I can, but not for those reasons.
I talk to them through my big love, if you know what I mean.
Oh God.
Can he talk to your animals?
God,
Not
I hope
attracted to
not.
them.
Yeah, he could.
Or is it only you who could understand them?
I mean, technically, I think the Owlbots can do common. Yeah, because we have it
Yep.
in common.
Yep.
The snake doesn't have a language anymore.
Yeah.
Because of the magic ending, but we just been using
Speak with
speak
animals.
with animals to it, and then
Yeah.
the Tanuki can
Marcus-
do Sylvan.
Yeah, Marcus knew Celestial. The Clockwork Buddy knows Common but can't speak.
But I think we
Um,
gave it like some minor mimicry
Yeah.
speaking.
The Flying Snake just can't speak at all.
Yep.
Now, Lucas, when I give an order to my snake, does it have to be in common, or like can I say it in Gnomish?
I don't necessarily. I mean, you can do it however you wish. That would be your discretion. So the Steel
Okay.
Defender, understands languages that you speak. So it understands Common and Gnomish.
Yeah, after one incident, Aurard's been trying to avoid speaking Draconic.
So just to make sure, is everyone just kind of like, at this point browsing around and checking the wares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, me making that comment did spike a thing for me. I'm
Yep.
gonna go talk to her again.
Mm-hmm.
And
You see that she's standing over here by one of her carts. This one has some more like personal effects on it. You can see that as she's standing over there, this is where, like, she has her shit, what would it be? Yeah, like her provisions for her team and her dogs.
I'll go over there. Like, I know we were talking about the enemy of my enemy and whatnot. Have you heard tales of a giant white dragon with a man riding on it?
You see as you walk over to her, she quickly puts away a piece of paper and kind of like hurriedly puts it in her one pocket. She turns out, what?
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt whatever you were doing, but as you said about enemy of my enemy and whatnot, have you ever heard tales of a man riding I presumed it was an ancient white dragon. All I know is it was a white dragon. It was very large enough to take a giant and fly off with it.
Oh, you're talking about the white worm. She's like, yeah. But a lot of 10 towners know about it, but most of them just believe that it's an old urban legend.
Wish that were true, but I've ran into it because I spoke in tongues and it heard me and took the
Round
giant.
here?
Yeah, it was actually trying to think. We're up north, aren't we?
I mean, you guys are literally in the north, but if
Oh.
you are
Like
referring
to
We
where
are
I
the north.
saw it.
referring to the map, let me pull that up for you. Yeah, you guys are.
Basically, I just want to give her the general direction of where the incident happened.
There's a big map. Oh, where the incident happened? Yeah, the incident was literally was on the road between Termaline and Targos.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real because it was in between Termaline and Targos whenever we were traveling. I'm assuming Groff is standing next to me, and I'll be like, he saw it all happen.
What did you do?
When I accidentally was trying to scare the giant that wanted to eat us, and it instead brought a dragon to eat the giant with the man riding the dragon.
Oh yeah, good times. I almost forgot about that.
That's when the good doctor broke his legs.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
I
what
thought,
happened.
I
Yeah,
thought
we're
the
back.
doctor broke his legs in the cave.
Well, he broke his legs because the dragon dropped the giant and him attached to the giant into the cave.
She said, "Good doctor."
Oh,
Not 100%
Wouldn't
sure of his name. Turns out he was using a fake name, but
wouldn't
so
call
maybe
him
not
good
that good.
or doctor anymore.
Yeah,
yeah,
he
I'm
was
the only doctor here.
he was something.
Oh shit.
So you said he
Is
broke
Aaron
his.
back?
Yeah, he's back.
Oh,
You said he broke his legs.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
hey.
Well, I mean, hey, quick question. Look, the only thing I've ever heard about about the White Worm is supposedly he lairs atop the Ragged Glacier. Which, if you look at the map, anyone here from 10 Towns, and I will say that this is especially something that Smith would know. The Ragged Glacier is a massive ice shelf that is off to the far east of 10 Towns. If you look at that second picture that I posted, and for literally anyone else, because now there are insanely 4 people watching this stream, which you guys must be super bored.
Especially
Um,
at the end.
Joke's on you. It's actually just the 4 of us.
The Ragged
it's-
Glacier off to the far right.
I keep getting banned.
Yeah, because Justin keeps banning you.
I know I'm watching it, but also one
I-
of my friends is watching it.
Well, welcome,
I
friends.
put a penis on the banned list.
Oh God. Oh wait, I could have just done this. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, it is the giant ice shelf off to the right, listed as the Ragged Glacier.
We'll definitely have to check that out eventually.
And she says, so this you said that this doctor goes by many names.
Well, he went by Scorenstein, but turns out he wasn't the real Scorenstein, and it gets complicated after that.
You know what? I heard about that. Some guy running around. I know the actual doctor. I mean, he's right here in Lonelywood.
Yeah, we met him. Nice guy. Actually helped cure
Yeah.
some of us.
So what? You said he broke his legs. Whatever happened to this guy?
Well, long story short, after we tried fighting the giant, realized it wasn't going very well. Well, I spoke Draconic to try and scare the giant off. Giant White Dragon came to pick up the giant, and the madman of what he claimed to be a doctor clung onto the giant with his daggers and scalpels and everything and got flown off into the distance. And I guess he was dropped with the giant.
But you found him because you said his legs were broken, right?
Yeah, we found them. We found him, the 2 baby dragon wyverns that I told you about that we befriended. I believe he's still there. Ravenchuck, is he still back there in the cave?
Yeah.
At the cave.
Yeah, he's still back there in the cave. We left
got-
him with the dragons.
Didn't I
So-
try to bury him alive?
Yes,
you did.
Tried
Good
burying him in
times.
a bunch of meat.
We figured. I believe he can walk now, partially.
No.
Thanks to. No.
No.
He is.
His legs
yeah,
are
yeah.
still shattered. He's trying to find a way to be mobile. I think the furthest he's gotten is a wheelchair, but that ain't gonna go very far.
Well, we left him with the dragons. Figured he can provide some food for the dragons, or he becomes food himself, whichever occurs. Hopefully, he Hopefully the will of wanting to live will outbeat the will of just becoming dragon food.
If we
Well.
ever need to go back to the cave, I can take us there. I can just teleport us there.
You can.
I forgot to tell y'all that.
Oh, we'll definitely need to check it out here eventually, just to make sure that he didn't get eaten by dragons. But yeah,
I'd be fine with
that's
that.
the gist of that story. We have a
Well,
lot of stories, especially
yeah,
about how.
I mean, that's a story that I'm very interested in. I mean, like I said, that's just kind of fascinating. So,
Yeah,
you
'cause
said he's
that's-
just you said he's just out in a cave somewhere between Tamerlane and Targos.
No. That's where the incident happened.
Oh,
Truth be told, I don't remember where the cave is.
the cave is.
I know where the cave is,
Okay.
Lucas. I
Okay,
know
okay.
where the Berserker's cave is. Do you know how hard it is to try and track down? Well, actually, it's not that hard to track a blood trail down in snow, but when the creature's flying, it's a bit harder than you'd think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be a bit of a pain. Ah,
Oh,
well,
hey, Aaron. I got some information
up?
for you that I'll give you for 5 gold.
The fuck do I look like?
You were gone, so if you want this
Yeah.
information, you gotta pay Ravenchuck 5 gold.
Yeah.
What is this information?
Can't know
Entail.
until you give me 5 gold.
I just know it's information you would really, really like to know that pertains to everything that you're trying to do and accomplish.
All right, good sesh, guys.
I'll give you 2 gold right now, and if it's worth my while, I'll give you the other 3.
Okay. Someone in this party, their family owns a winemaking company.
I don't know who you're talking about.
It's in somebody's backstory. That's all you're gonna know.
Well, that doesn't
Did I
help
ever
me at
thank you
all.
for this bow properly, Ravenchuck? Maybe we should head over here and I'll give it a couple test rounds.
I'm assuming it's Groth.
You know
No,
what
it's-
the best part about this is Aaron's character was around, so if you didn't pay him the 2 gold, you
That's
could
right.
have just went back and watched the stream.
no, that's the thing. It was when that was going on. Wu was over by Ogden looking at all the gear, so he would have had no clue at all.
Oh, I thought he was right next to us. That's why I said something.
No, he was over, and that's what I mean. It was just that Wu's ears would have been burning.
Well, you got 2 gold, Ravenchuck.
Can I have the other 3?
Yeah.
But there is someone in this party who owns a winemaking company.
As
What-
Gruff is threatening you.
When all this is going on, Torga's standing there. She gives a hearty laugh. She says, "Oh, hey, I'll give you 25 gold if you tell me where that cave is."
I know where that cave is, right?
We all do, because it's the Charlotte
let her know.
cave.
Hey,
Of course you do.
thanks a lot, buddy.
Yeah, anytime.
Why?
Oh,
Why
and if
does
you
she
see-
need to get to that cave?
I mean, if you see the doctor, give him a nice axe through the sternum for me, would you?
Nah. He's worth
You
more
did-
alive.
Oh.
We get.
Oh no, there's
Oh.
been a bounty on him this whole time.
You just sold him out.
You see that she pulls
Oh.
out this map, and she kind of like marks on it where Groff describes, like just to the south of the, or like just directly south of the Dwarven Valley.
If you go
No
to
regrets.
kill the doctor or drag him away or anything, you
Mhm.
at least keep the dragons alive, and then they
Hey.
are.
They got no business with me. I got no business with
Well,
them.
Well, here's the thing: the last
Mhm.
order we gave them was to kill anybody and everyone that comes in the cave that wasn't us, as it's free food.
Well,
So
look.
if you just tell
Look.
them
Hey.
that Erard sent you, and just have food on you to give to the dragons.
Look, it's going to be a couple days before I could even get there, okay? So here's the deal. You said that you can pop there because of some magic little thing you got on you. That's fine with me.
No.
You head there at some point. She says, you head there at some point. You tell those two that I'm coming to collect him. Don't give him a heads up, because if that fool is trying to run away, I mean, broken legs, that's a sitting duck if you ask me. I'll split the bounty with you.
How much is his bounty?
It's at least 50 gold.
Okay,
well,
deal.
well, then can you
You
do
gave me that 25, right?
Huh? Yeah.
Sweet.
Can you do me just the small favor of being a enemy of an enemy? Can you just maybe take some food with you to provide in case if the quote unquote good doctor isn't exactly doing too well with keeping up with food?
Look, if I get down there before you and I have to provide for some food, hopefully that ain't the deal. But I'll see what I can do, okay?
I mean, I figured you would come across wolves or so forth that you could probably kill, throw in the wagon, and just give them. They're not very picky eaters, as long as it's meat.
Well, I'm sure I can figure something out. All right. So with that, you see she pulls out you see that she pulls out a piece of paper, and it's the same piece of paper that you saw her mark on she shuffled away a moment ago. You can see there's a few names on this list.
My name on the list.
Roll me a perception check.
Is my name on
I
the
want to
list?
see if I know any of the names on the list.
She's
That's
not
a
like
solid 9.
she's not like advertising this. She's like kind of just like turning away, and she scribbles something on it.
Wu got a 17. I got a 9.
Yeah, you guys can only just see that there's a handful of names, and the only one who's really even able to notice anything is Wu. You see at the top, it has it has the official marking of the Luskin Bounty Office, and she just circles a name on there, but you can't make out the name as she's putting it away, and she puts it into a lockbox that is on her caravan.
Sleight of hand.
No, that's not how that works.
I'll just do the half chuckle and be like, hopefully our enemy didn't exactly hire or throw a bounty on me. Go, Smith, go!
Smith!
Sleight of hand.
Go, Wu, go!
Yeah, again, no, because is Smith attacking her?
Nat
Wait,
20.
I've got the DM distracted, guys.
Wait, I need to okay. For once, quit rolling shit because it's now only loading everything. So no, you're not attacking her because I'm gonna call it there as she puts it in the lockbox.
Can I
Oh,
take the
God.
lockbox with that Nat 20?
No, you can't.
Oh, man,
And anyway,
that's why-
sleight of hand. That's not what you use sleight of hand for. I mean, sleight of hand is legerdemain and trickery, but the thing is that like you're doing it right in front of her face. So no,
Hey, look over there.
no.
What's that? Take the box.
I
You
rolled a
sound like
I
a
rolled a
deck
three.
card.
Do I know this bounty place that she
You-
got this list from?
I mean, the Luskin Bounty Office would be just like, every major city along the Sword Coast, be that Luskin or Neverwinter, Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, they're going to have major bounty offices. Being that Luskin is the last major settlement you get to before you cross the Sword Mountains, get up to Icewind Dale, that's like the last major place. Roll me a history check, actually. Now I will ask for the rolls that I will allow you to use. Yeah, no. There's really nothing more that you could really discern beyond that.
Can
I
I
mean,
do a history roll?
If
I would
Are you
have you
about
do
to
it with disadvantage because it's not necessarily something that you're overly familiar with.
Okay.
because like I said, Everard will just kind of say, hopefully my name's not on the bounty board quite yet.
She gives you a pat on the arm. She says, "Don't worry,
I know
kid.
nothing.
If it was, you wouldn't know.
And he says,
and then she pauses, and then she like gives you a quick ribbon. She's like, "'Cause you'd be dead already."
and I'll be like, yeah, that's what the assassin said too before I burnt them to a fucking crisp.
The assassin?
As I said,
Oh.
just don't have a black snake tattoo. That's all I ask. I just want peace of mind.
So look, we all want peace of mind. You know, we all just want to make a living, right? All right. Well, back to business. And with that, we are going to end it for tonight, as the second time I phrased that this
Where
evening.
we're all walking away and Aurora just yells back, "It's just good connections."
That's right.
Hey, Aaron, did you ever pay me the full 5 gold?
Oh no, I gave you 2.
Yeah, no, and then I gave you the information. So I want the full 5.
You didn't tell me who. Nah. I said if it was worth it, I'd give you the other 3.
Rolf can
Okay,
make
I
us
thought-
wine. He can make us wine for our own inn.
I don't know who though. I just know somebody in the group.
Doesn't tell
But
me
then
who.
you, but then
Fine,
you
for
witness
an extra 5 gold, I'll tell you who it is.
for an extra.
Nah.
As Groff's just walking away, like whistling into the air.
For 5 gold, I'll stop stealing your kills.
5 gold per kill, and
We're just walking away.
Smith will let you kill them.
As we're going
Hey,
away,
Aaron,
Hold on.
5 gold, and I'll heal you every time you get hurt.
What were you gonna say,
just
Aaron?
leans over and whispers to Groff, going, "I apologize. For the longest time, I thought you might have been the dumbest one of the group."
Thank you.
What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say, Aaron?
So I'm gonna ask her if she has any use for any web sex.
The fuck are those?
You know, when you kill spiders, you normally get their web sex. You know.
When I
Does,
kill
like, the
spiders, I
web
normally
spell?
crush them under my feet.
No, these be the big spiders.
I'm not normally in the business of trading spider webs.
I'm just asking.
I mean, look, I don't know what I could do with them, and I don't know who I'm gonna be able to shill them off to. Stuff like wine and firewood, oil, that stuff, that's easy to parse. It's like, nah, not looking into interest in that. You want to try and find that, you know, I'll maybe try and find you a buyer down south whenever I, you know, meet up with my contacts.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so again, that's where we're gonna call it for tonight for the third time.
Does she need
Oh
winter
my
wolf
God.
teeth?
No, not that. Shut the fuck up. I want to go eat something. I'm hungry. All right.
How about a Charlotte spear tip?
Shut the fuck up. Quit trying to chill your garbage. She's trying to offload as much as she can.
Not upload as much as she can.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
wait. Now that stream's over and everything else, what
No,
is
stream
Dr.
is not over, but stream
Oh, okay.
is over.
Okay.
Good
Erard's gonna ask her, what is Dr. Korenstein's real name, since that's not what it is. He has to know, what is his real name.
She just gives you a wink.
Nobody ever knows.
Bullshit. I will call Kavarda right now, even though I don't even think he knows.
He doesn't.
He'll be like, "What?"
Listen, he was so confused whenever I messaged him saying we met the real doctor, and he goes, "What? The
Yeah.
real one?"
Yeah. I'm sure he would be confused because it's not something that I ever discussed with him.
I'm the real doctor.
All right, we're gonna stop.